right, we got Liv and Wally, my longtime friends. Thank you guys for coming back. You guys are my day one people. I'll never forget about you guys. Both of you have grown. You got jacked. You're all over everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And
Thanks for having us.
last time we weren't signed with Spotify, so you can say whatever you want. Whatever you want, anything you want, you guys can both say, just so you know.
Okay,
Perfect.
cool.
So if Liv, if nobody saw the episodes before, tell everybody about who you are, what you do, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And Wally.
So yeah, my name's Liv Margre. Should I look at the camera? No. Okay. Look at how I'm letting you guys know who I am again.
Right.
So yeah, my name's Liv Margre. I don't think actually before when I was on here we had culture stigma. Did we?
No,
No, you didn't.
So yeah, obviously Margre Cosmetics, go shop. And we also started Culture Stigma, which is actually a media company, kind of like you in a way. But we're starting a podcast too in the works. We're like batching content first, but we do like street interviews. Like we ask people crazy questions. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. I don't know. How about you, Wally?
Yeah, so I'm a second creator of Culture Stigma. We ask questions to people who want to know the answers. Long story short, we make content and kind of bring it out there and make people get questions answered.
Yeah, we like to figure out
Yeah.
people's opinions.
Now,
Yeah.
you guys have blown up a lot since you were in last, and I never asked either of you. So, Liv, like, how did you get into the makeup thing, the lashes, and then the photography, and now but how did you initially get into it?
Okay. I mean, I feel like I've always kind of been into that stuff, like since I was young. Like even when I was like really little, like I would always, my mom had like this old computer and I would like make a fake show, and like dress up and stuff. Like I always was into that, and I was always into like acting and things like that. Acting didn't really work out, but I mean, I didn't really like try too hard with it. You never know. Maybe I'll be an actor. I don't know. But I ended up doing social media. I mean, I don't know. I've always been taking photos since I was like 12. Like just literally, like I was like so young. Always just taking photos, always posting on social media. I have the same Instagram since I was 12. Like still. So,
Really?
yeah. Like since I was 12. So it's been like 12 years. I don't even know. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. But then I started taking it serious. Like obviously it was just kind of like a, Instagram I'd post on. I started taking it serious during COVID. So during COVID is when I started taking more professional pictures and whatnot, and also for my cosmetics, we kind of blew up on TikTok, and I think it had to do with that. Am I allowed to say? I don't.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I don't want to fuck
You
it
can
up
say,
again.
COVID vaccine
I don't want to
shot.
fuck it up again like
The
last.
shot will kill you.
Jesus, yeah.
But during 2020, just you don't have to edit out too much. But like during
There's
20.
nothing to edit. You can
Okay.
say anything you want.
Okay. During 2020, yeah, so like TikTok blew up a lot of my cosmetic stuff. So that's when I started taking it more serious. I mean, I was always taking it serious, but it like started blowing up. And then with Culture Stigma, we started during 2022. So it's only been like a year. But we started that because I was trying to find a way to promote myself by like just going around asking people questions. And then it was like blowing up. So I was like, honestly, like let's take this more seriously, not just like me go out and be like, would you date a girl, da da da, whatever. And then it's become what it is. And now we interview people, like sit down interviews. We interview like artists. We interview boxers, like all types of people. So it's pretty cool.
And how'd you get into? I know you like your blockchain bullshit,
It's
which we'll get into that later. But
Well, for
your photography grew like crazy. Congratulations!
Thank you. Yeah, for me, it started off with being alone a lot. Believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
I had to create my own entertainment. I was one of those kids who had no friends in high school, and or the very few friends I had were just like me, where they were kind of like loners. But eventually, over time, I started taking people's pictures from Facebook and re-photoshopping them and bringing it back to them on Facebook, and then getting attention out of that. And I had a friend who had a camera, used her camera all the time, and then started building up my skill from there, and then liked it a lot. And it seems like it worked out hand in hand, because you like, you're doing like your own talk shows by yourself in your room or whatever, and I'm on the camera by myself in my room.
Yeah.
Years later, here we are.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Well, I see you got her up there, Corey,
Yeah.
your boy.
Yeah.
What the hell is what is that? Millie Film Group? Is that who you're with now?
mifilmgroup.com.
Yeah.
That's just my website for like my portfolio, some of the videos that I do.
And when you say mental imagery media, what does that mean? Like, what's that mean in English?
Mental imagery. All right. So
English.
mental imagery is just your imagination. It's simply your imagination. But mental imagery in the mental health world, it just means kind of like what you see when you're meditating or you're imagining things. You're kind of creating a mental imagery of what you want, especially when you're going for a goal. You see the goal in your mind before you make it happen. So for me, I see the video before it's even made.
Dan Penny shit right there.
Yeah.
Go over to the next tab, and then your cosmetics. I'd ask you to see if you still had it.
Yes.
And
Because I didn't send you the link.
Yeah. And I remember you saying the last time that one of the reasons why you started it was because it helps women with like anxiety and everything else. Can you elaborate on that? Because I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, I just feel like I've always used makeup as a way to express myself and whatnot. And I feel like a lot of women aren't that confident, you know? So I think adding like lashes or changing your look can kind of make you feel more confident in a way, express yourself. And confidence is like our main thing on there, like confidence in a box, or like we have like a whole confidence collection. Yeah. So I think confidence is really important for everyone.
Go to our shop.
Yeah, that Wally took that. It's a pretty cool picture.
Wally did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fake
good, man.
Barbie.
Yeah.
And these are, that's right. These are, scroll down, Rob, and these are the ones that don't have like the stuff that makes you itch and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember we went through that last time?
Yeah, mine are cruelty free, so we don't have mink.
Do you guys still have that? Remember when we had this the last time? I think there was like a special place you clicked on and it took you somewhere.
A secret.
Oh, yeah, we have
there's a new secret.
Oh,
That's
secret
still
box
there?
thing.
There's
Yeah,
a
remember
new
the secret
secret.
box?
So a new secret on the site, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the screen and go to terms and conditions.
Right here?
You got a good memory, Rob.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Then scroll all the way down to the bottom.
How could somebody find this? No one's going to go to the bottom of terms
Well,
and
they have to watch
conditions.
this episode to figure it out.
Yes.
And then scroll up a little bit.
To the white part.
So there's a mystery button up, right
Oh,
Boy, it's gotta
okay.
be-
I don't even know about
there.
this.
Slowly. You got to click it slowly. I know she doesn't even know about it. So
I don't even know about what is this?
Yeah, you got to click it a couple times.
Mysterious
And, it'll do
Button
something.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's when you get to double digits.
Buy a product and scroll down to find the first clue.
Oh, and then
But you have to buy a
You have to
product.
buy
No,
one.
Fucking Molly. You could make it at like 3.
Well, there's actually more.
He's like, buy one. You
It
gotta
says
buy
more
one.
things in there.
Did you not see that the TikTok, the attention span of a person is about 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Have a goldfish.
Yeah. It's actually broken down into 10 seconds. So that there's first 3 seconds.
Oh, interesting.
And then after the 3 seconds, there's 5 seconds. So what happens in the 5 seconds? And then after that, there's the 8-second mark, and then the 10-second mark. I've broken it down to a science, and I need to know this for the content we make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have no attention span.
And then I had saw that you had said, because I assume because like the modeling and everything, it's hard for you to have a relationship because of that, because of your professional career.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's face it. After a night with drinks, I don't bounce back the next day like I used to. I have to make a choice, either a great night or a great next day. That is until I found Z-Biotics. We all have busy lives these days and can't afford to waste a day stuck on the couch because of a few drinks the night before. Z-Biotics is the answer we've all been looking for. Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it most. Just remember to drink Z-Biotics before drinking alcohol, drink responsibly, and get a good night's of sleep to feel your best tomorrow. Order Z-Biotics now for your summertime barbecue, weddings, vacations, you name it. Go to zbiotics.com/MSCS Media or scan the QR code on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order when you use MSCS Media checkout. You can also sign up for a subscription using my code, so you can stay prepared no matter the time or occasion. Z-Biotics is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're ever unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, Head to zbiotics.com/MSCS Media. Use the code MSCS Media at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring this episode. This podcast is brought to you by Monster Energy. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet, Monster Energy. It's the ideal combo of the right ingredients in the right proportion to deliver a big bad buzz that only Monster can. Monster packs a powerful punch, has a smooth, easy drinking flavor. Athletes, musicians, co-eds, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it. You will too. Monster Energy is more than just the green OG. Monster has Monster Ultra, Juice Monster, Monster Hydro, Rehab Monster, Dragon Tea, Monster Max, Muscle Monster, and many more. Buy on Amazon, buy on Walmart, or go to monsterenergy.com and believe me, you'll find a place. Unleash the beast. Monster Energy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's just hard because, okay, let's say I'm with like a normal guy that maybe isn't in social media stuff. He doesn't really understand things. And I feel like there's also a stigma around it, right? Like culture stigma. There's a stigma around it to where it's like, oh, she's probably doing this and this and that. You know what I mean? But I'm actually not, even though like it may look like it because of social media or whatever. So I don't know. A lot of guys just can't handle.
She's gonna kill me. What was Vita's last name?
For Guerrero?
Guerrero. You know who Vita Guerrero is?
I think so.
Okay. Explain to who she is.
I wasn't here for that one.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So she was in. Vita Guerrero was like this big time model. She was in Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay.
OnlyFans. All this. She was like in every magazine you can imagine, even Playboy.
Okay.
Right. So you would look at her and you would look at her pictures and you would think, oh, you know, she's a whore. Or, she's getting fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk to her for 3 hours, she never, like she said, like when I would take these photos, like sex was like the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
That's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah. It's a stigma, you know, and that's also why like culture stigmas are named in a way, because it's like I feel like I'm a cultural stigma because I look this way or do these things for work type thing, but I'm not that, and I can still like have a podcast, have normal conversations, and you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I get it because you're with a guy and then they see your pictures and they don't understand that there's business and then there's life.
Yeah,
right?
there's life. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Jealousy. A lot of guys like are pretty jealous or insecure, maybe with themselves. It's not even that they don't trust me; it's they don't trust like they feel like they're not enough because they're like, I feel like she could do better.
Correct.
Like she'll find better.
Because there's always guys out there that's better than you, some way, some form or shape. And with that whole hypergamy thing, you're gonna think, okay, it's logical. She's gonna be logical like me. She's gonna go to the better guy.
Yeah, which is not true. Like,
aren't you afraid of the like crazies, like stalkers, or you have any of those like weirdos?
God.
Like just
she's had a couple weirdos.
Yeah.
okay, I don't know about crazy stalkers, but I did have this one that actually is so weird because it wasn't even like from, I don't even know if it was from like social media type thing, because this was when I was like in high school, like my whole high school, like after high school too. And it was this guy that called me on star 67 like every day, and he would spam me like call, and I would like decline. You know how you can't block it because it's star 67. He would like spam call me a million times and like answer. I'd be like, hello, and he'd be like, I'm behind you. Like he would say scare. Yeah, and I'm like, no, you're not. Like he's not. He would just say really sketchy things, like freaky. And then one time I had my mom answer, be like, I'm in the FBI. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm in the FBI. Like, don't call back. And then he didn't call back.
Fuck. Well,
Thank God.
That's the
Don't
thing
call me.
That's what comes with it, with what you do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're gonna get that.
Yeah.
And then I heard you say that you want to have a boyfriend that puts his relationship before his business.
Oh, you're watching my interviews.
Now, here's the thing with that. If you find a highly motivated guy, like an entrepreneur, there's got to be a balance there.
Of course.
Because he's not going to be like when we had Pat but David in. You know what I mean?
Pat but David.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
He was funny as shit.
Yeah, he was good.
I met him in a house orientation thing where he's buying a house somewhere.
Yeah, he's really cool. And he had come out with a book, and he had said, before I got married, we went to a therapist, right? Goes to a therapist and goes in, brings his wife, and he says, you've been doing this, you've been married 30 years. What's the most what's the rock with your marriage? And the therapist was like, well, we have dinner at 6 p.m. every day, right? Gives the therapist $200 and walks the fuck out. His wife is like, what did I do wrong? And he goes, honey, if you think I'm ever going to be home at 6 o'clock, you're wrong. I'm trying to take over the world, right? So in relation, you know, if you're with somebody like that,
Yeah.
you know, how are they going to do that? I mean, I could see an equal, like make it equal or find time, like the time for like relationship day. But a guy who's trying to build a monster company.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
because you're trying to do it yourself.
Exactly. No, I'm trying to do it myself too. So like that's kind of why for me it's hard to have a relationship as well, because I can't entertain somebody like all the time. You know what I mean? I can't be texting, can't be calling all the time. Like I'm too busy, like too mentally, like can't be like doing that all the time. So I can understand that perspective, but at the same time, if you're in a like just don't be in a relationship then until you're like able to. But I feel like if you're in a relationship, like of course like your work is priority, but I think let's say like I said in that interview, it's like if she has a problem or emergency, like you should be putting that over like a meeting.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
missed that part in the
I said that.
Did you? All right.
I said it.
All right, I missed it.
You missed it.
Okay, I'll take it.
I feel like that's what I mean when I'm saying like put them first.
Right.
Not like, oh, like they're more important than your business. I mean, even though I do think that people are more important than your business.
Because sometimes it could come off as, oh, you think this business is more important than that emergency that wasn't that emergent, like not crazy of an emergency. Let's say, oh, my nail broke. No one's gonna.
Okay, well, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about nail.
Oh my God, I need to buy this new nail.
No, I'm talking about like a real emergency.
Yes, you know, I took it like you want to be with a guy that if he's got to work 13 hours, you know, that's not okay. He's got to be home for dinner, have breakfast, you know, fucking eat strawberries.
Oh, no, that's fine.
No,
That's fine.
But, you know, like an emergency or like time
yeah.
I get that completely. Now, what do you think about it? Aside what she said? Because there are girls like that. He punked fucking this before me, but yeah, you want to go shopping all the time.
Right. Look, I think that women should understand that guys are going to work a lot more than they're going to work in a relationship. And the woman is usually the one to put more effort into a relationship. It's much more beneficial for the relationship when the woman is more attracted to the guy than the guy is more attracted to the girl, simply for the fact that the guy is going to go out there, win bread, come back home and go, hey, baby, let's go shopping. And then she's going to love him even more. And that guy is not going to necessarily go out and look for another girl because, let's face it, in his world,
he don't have time.
He doesn't have time, one.
That's true.
One.
Okay.
Two, in his past, it may have been harder for him to get a girl. So going through the whole hurdle of just trying to get another girl is just a lot more work. So he's going to stay with her even though, like, yeah, I'm at work, I'm doing things and not giving you attention, sure. But at the end of the day, it's just much more beneficial if she were to, you know, be the one to love more. Yeah.
I like what you said, though. You're like, he doesn't have time. That's true. Because I think guys that have time...
Yeah.
Usually the broke guys are the ones that cheat more, probably because they have time, right?
Yeah, sitting in their nut huggers with their bag of fucking chips and their Budweiser.
Oh my God, they got way more time. They're like on Tinder or like swiping.
Yeah, meanwhile there's fat fucking hairy dude that doesn't shave his belly or something. I don't know.
Yep.
You know?
But his profile picture is Mario Lopez.
Yeah, his profile. Yeah, right. Or Lilo.
Yeah.
Not Lilo. Fucking Lilo. Our boy Lilo Brancato. Leo DiCaprio. So we had Dr. Gad Sadin. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's really interesting.
His last name sounds very familiar.
And I want to get your take on this because it goes along with your podcast and everything. So what he does is he looks at how animals and humans are the same in all kinds of different ways, right?
Yeah.
And one of the studies he had done was if a male cheats on a female, there's a 90% chance that they work it out and they stay together, right? If a female cheats, no, I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Sorry, doctor.
Said it wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
If a female cheats on a male, there's a 90% chance that the guy's gone.
But the guy's gone.
The guy, girl cheats on guy, he's
guy's
gone. 90% chance.
Yeah.
Right.
If it's the other way around, it's 30%.
30% that the girl's gone?
No.
That only 30%, 3 out of 10 will leave.
Oh, wow.
I can tell you why.
Okay, so he relates that back to evolution.
Right.
Because before all of this, it was normal for the male to go out and have multiple mates to reproduce and so on and so forth.
Okay.
But then nowadays they go to these colleges and they call it a double standard. But in all these studies that he has done, he's like super fucking, what do you call it? Some crazy doctor thing.
Neurologist?
No.
Neuroscientist
with evolution.
Really fucking smart.
Really fucking smart, right?
So he cheats?
No. I asked. He said, and the reason why they don't cheat is because they never go to bed angry. No matter what, they don't go to bed angry. They, whatever the issue is, they clear it up before the night because it's just a poison that lingers on.
Wow, so
sure.
don't make them mad.
So men cheat when they're mad, right?
I think
it's prolonged anger.
What do you think?
Anger.
Before I answer that one.
So what happens is that you look at a girl and she's amazing, she's beautiful, but as soon as she becomes angry at you, and it's for a long period of time, not just for a couple hours, for like weeks, months, years, you begin to see that attraction. That same beautiful girl becomes less attractive to you, even though she hasn't changed. Her style is amazing, beautiful, and everything. But you associate that look with pain, and so now you look elsewhere, and so other things become more attractive.
Either that or they're horny.
Or that.
It's both. But when he's horny,
both.
then he's gonna point it to you. If it's too angry, it's too much pain to look at.
But if he loves her, it shouldn't matter.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it shouldn't matter.
See, I think what happens is guy meets girl, but you meet the representative.
Yeah.
Okay? So I meet you, and for 6 months, 9 months, it's the representative.
It's the fake me.
Right. It's
Yeah.
this, whatever. Oh,
Yeah, it's
you start acting, you like me, so you start acting toward a way that I like, blah, blah, blah. So
Okay.
this is the representative
Yeah.
of Liv. Then 9 months in, the real Liv comes out.
Yeah.
And then over here, guys don't have representatives usually. Or you guys just catch them because you have like that sixth sense thing. So guys get buried quick,
Yeah.
right? I mean, every time.
Every time. You
It never
find it like that.
Yeah.
Me especially.
Yeah.
Right? But the guy, he doesn't realize that. He's all caught up,
Yeah.
in love with the representative. The representative coat comes off, and now it's the real you.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, shit. Oh, boy.
But
She's a head case.
You think like years ago, right? Like people cheated since the beginning of time and things happen. But now like you have your cell phone in front of you and it's like, it just seems like there's so much more going on because there's so many more choices right off the bat. You're just looking on your phone. You're just searching, you're looking. You're like, oh, this person looks good. That person looks good. This person looks good. And you just total lose sight of reality anymore.
Yeah.
Because of your cell phone.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So now your representative comes off. If the guy's half good looking, he's got 3,000 messages. And then that social media gets in his head. Like, why am I dealing with this nut?
Yeah.
Or the other way around. You're fighting with him. Maybe you're not doing anything, but he sees you constantly looking on that phone. You got 10,000 guys saying, oh, I want to be with you, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like, why even look at that? You know what I mean? So I think that's why guys do it. Why do you think?
Why do guys cheat?
Yeah.
I kind of what Wally said. I think you get pissed off, you're nagging or whatever it may be, and you just equate that person to just whatever. And you're like, fuck this shit. I need to be happy.
So if you're a really pretty girl and you're mean to a guy, you're almost scarring that guy to look at pretty girls as pain. And so that's why they'll never even walk up to a girl. Just walk up to me. That's why it's happening. That's why it's just walk up to me, because a lot of these girls have been, kind of been mean to these guys, and they don't like it anymore.
And then the guy wants to keep the hot girl, so then he gets maybe like 7 to bang on the side, right, to make himself feel better. No, really, right?
To make himself feel better, to keep that one hot girl for himself.
Right, because she's being a bitch or just whatever. So then he goes and hits off the 7 that won't say anything, that thinks he's God. And then he keeps the one he really wants.
That doesn't think he's God.
That doesn't think he's God, yeah.
He needs like is that true? Like men need like, okay, I don't know. So my friend, right? She was in a relationship with this guy, but he was like 20, 30 years older than her. And he literally like bagged her, right? Like she's 20 something. He's like almost 50. And, she trusted him, whatever. But, we found out that he was talking to a bunch of other girls here and there. I don't know if he was like really seeing them, but he was like texting them, DMing them, like da-da-da, whatever. And we're like, what? And he claimed that it was like to keep his, like, you know, masculinity type thing. Oh, so I can still feel hot, like type thing. That so to feel like girls want me, because I guess he's older. You know what I mean? He probably feels like she gets that all the time. Is that a thing?
So my opinion on that is, I don't know who he is.
Well,
he
yeah.
probably worked and sat in front of a computer or a book or meetings all the time, maybe, possibly, and never got out. So now he's like older, you know what I mean? Never had a lot of girls around because all he did was work. So now one's not enough,
Yeah.
right? Because now he's the older guy. He's kind of got the upper hand. He's got something established. So yeah, he likes her, but he wants the masculinity, or I guess like the ego touch that he never got before.
It's the candy store effect.
So you think guys that got a lot of girls when they were younger, like, are willing to settle down with one eventually?
Yeah. And,
Okay.
And to Freshman Fitz' point, I don't know about all that, but I don't know about
That's
everything.
not their point, but
But well, one of the things he did say was he thinks, you know, it was just a number he threw, that every guy should fuck 50 girls before they're with somebody.
oh wow.
Now I don't know about 50 because I
At
know a lot
least
of
50?
yeah.
He said like minimum.
Did he say,
Yeah, I think it was 50.
Damn. Damn.
But a couple, so that you get the experience and then you're not like wondering. You know, that could go either way.
That's true.
But I think that's what happened with the older guy. But I've also seen with older men, they want the 24-year-old.
Yes.
But the 24-year-old isn't mature,
yeah.
right? She acts like a fucking 2-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so then at first, okay, you got this hot girl, hot arm piece.
Yeah.
But then there's no conversation to have
Yep.
because she's not mature at 24. But maybe if she was, it would work.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
What's your take on it?
No, yeah, I agree. 100% agree. The age gap is definitely.
But I've seen it work.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen it work. I've seen
And
30,
I think-
30 years work.
Yeah.
And I think it's rare characters. Rare characters. It takes a person to be a networker. I'd say like Olivia is a person who networks a lot. She talks to a lot of people, so she has experience. You know what I mean? So she can have conversations like this. But most girls around 20, 24, 25, 19, whatever, they don't really have that much life experience. So all they know is clubbing, having fun,
College.
going out, drinking, whatever it is, and that's kind of and then relationships and tabloids and whatever. Those things are their interests, but it's very rare to find that kind of person. Yeah.
Because that guy who's, say, 50, right?
Yeah.
Say he's got a big dinner to go to with his people that he works with, makes good money, right? Now, she's going to want to go dress like whatever, like half naked to a place where you don't dress half naked, right? She's going to want to do that. And then when you say something to her, oh, you're controlling, you're fucking jealous, all this other shit. But you're going to meet you're going to meet whoever, Magic Johnson at a meeting, right?
Yeah.
And then the young girls they don't know how to carry themselves. Like, so you take them to that meeting, which you shouldn't even take them anyway.
Yeah, no.
But if you did, they dress like idiots, and then they don't understand through being immature. You just sit there, right? It's not your meeting. Just sit there. You don't need to talk.
Yeah,
Like, let
just
them talk
there.
to you. Like, you're with your guy. You know what I mean? And then when that happens, I think that's when it turns into a disaster. But I have seen them work. But my friend who was
How old was he?
Franco was 54 and he married 23. But she was from Italy and very mature.
So mature 23-year-old.
Very mature, very mature. But she was also very different. She could separate. Take Liv, okay? Does the photography, whatever, makes money, but not like that in real life.
Yeah.
But then there was the other side that dressed classy as hell, you know, very mature and could talk and it worked out.
But at what point, I don't know your buddy, but at what point, like, what's the age gap? Like, you see, like, 90-year-old dude,
That's
and then you got, like, a 20-year-old, and I'm sorry.
the 90 and 20.
No,
There's no way.
You know that famous model? What's her name? Anne something. She just had a documentary on Netflix that I just watched. It was like Anna.
Gaultier? No, Anna's Nicole Smith?
Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh yeah.
Anna Nicole Smith, she's like this beautiful model. She died, obviously.
Yeah.
But she had a boyfriend who was 90.
Yeah.
And that was like who she was like with. But I think he was like a billionaire and like paid for everything.
Well, that's what I say. When
Billionaire.
you look at that, you're like, God, I mean, are they just there for the money? Yeah, probably. I mean,
But she said she loved him.
you love your grandfather, right? Like,
Yeah.
not like that, but I mean, you know.
Well,
Maybe
like
she loved him as like a grandpa.
Like we always say, like you walk down the street here, you know what's down there. You know, Pacino's got a house, whoever, and you'll see these 70-year-old guys with these 20-year-old girls, right?
money.
And you know, but they really think. I think that the girl really likes him.
yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
No,
they
you know
think
what?
so too.
because they're so.
They're like, she's different.
An example: 3 guys I know. They worked on Wall Street and real estate, made fucking tons and tons and tons, but Wall Street constantly, and they got everything they wanted. Everything went their way. So in their belief, because they could always beat the trend, they always knew what stocks to pick. They picked a girl. They actually believed, just based on their history of work, that they got that girl.
Right.
But really, that girl's just sucking them dry and waiting for them to croak.
Meanwhile, the gardener.
I'm on the wheel.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the gardener's banging her in the back, and while he's taking a fucking nap at 2. You know what I mean?
Not the gardener.
Football tab 4. So, what's some of the things you talk about? Because you're behind it too, right?
Yeah.
They're called,
Called
so,
Stigma.
what's some of the things you bring up and talk about and discuss?
Okay, yeah. So, whoa, this is cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we talk about
Next one, Rob.
a lot of different things. It depends on the day. So yeah, we just started our YouTube, so we're not big on there yet.
That's
you know
okay.
what I
Who
mean?
gives a shit? Nobody. Scroll down. You want us to play any of these?
We don't have a lot of our interviews posted yet because we just started.
You want us to play any of them?
Okay, so let me see. The Instagram is probably better because it has more.
Can men and women be friends?
Can men and women be friends? Can your man tell you what to wear? We just talked about that. Is it controlling if your man tell you what to wear? Illuminati confirmed.
Well, yeah, play that one. What the hell does that mean?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Let's see. Make sure that TV's up there, Tom.
See,
Yeah,
we don't have many on here yet, but we're so. Do you believe in the Illuminati?
100%.
Why?
It just has to be true. There's
doesn't even
people
know what it
above
is.
me in this city fucking me. There's got to be people above them fucking. You know what I mean? It has to be.
What do you think the Illuminati is, in your opinion?
A bunch of really rich, evil people go around manipulating things and doing things for their own
There he
gain
is.
24/7. I wasn't ready for that. I thought we were talking about relationships, and somehow you're coming at me with this Illuminati shit. But it's cool.
So do you think it has to do with like the devil, or you think it has to do with rich people?
I don't know. I don't really get into all that. What about you? Do you believe in it?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
I don't know a lot about it.
Would you sell your soul to be rich and famous, or keep a normal life below average and not sell your soul forever?
Normal life, 100%.
Do you believe in the Illuminati?
Yeah.
I love Nick.
What is one thing you wish you understood about men?
We can have many female friends. It's much different than them having many male friends.
But I think women can have male friends.
You can. Is it acceptable?
Do you think it's acceptable if a female friends? But isn't that the same thing because the woman is still having friends with you?
Female doesn't know how to be friends with a man.
Yes, they do.
I've never ran into it.
I have a lot of guy friends, actually.
We're friends.
Exactly.
Can't trust them.
Do you think women like simps or assholes?
Women like assholes.
Why?
Personal experience.
So you're an asshole and the women still like
Love me.
love you?
Love me.
So now what do you think from talking to these
That's a
people?
good-
Both of you.
We have like thousands of interviews.
Thousands, yeah.
I
I've
always did
learned a
wonder.
lot.
So do women likes a little bit of a bad boy, right?
Apparently, due to statistics, I guess women like assholes. I don't know. Personally, I don't. But I guess majority of girls that maybe go out or girls that are just, I don't know, just
Yeah,
doing
you know-
stuff. They like assholes, maybe younger women.
I think that women say that they don't want assholes, and they probably don't. But I think that what they're into is an asshole, but they don't want that to be what they're into. They're just into it, but they don't want that to be what they're into. They can't help it. You know what I mean?
I think I kind of know what it is too. So it's kind of like obvious. Okay, a guy that is like a mystery and that I have to chase a little bit, you know, that doesn't text me 24/7 or whatever. I think I like that more just because I'm like, oh, like he doesn't want me that much. Like, you know, because girls do have a lot of options and girls do have usually guys that are just like wanting them all the time or whatever. So a guy that is showing me, oh, I don't like need you. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. Like I kind of like that more than a guy that's like weirdly like texting me 24/7, like hello, and then
Yeah, I think if girls were honest about what they liked and what they wanted, they would probably sound bad, you know?
But isn't that a game though then? And it's not real because then you're just playing cat and mouse with some guy.
yeah.
Because if it was real, it wouldn't really
It wouldn't be like
matter,
that. I
right?
think it's if you genuinely like somebody just be yourself. Just do what you would normally do. I don't think it's like a guy should try to be an asshole to try to get a girl or something like that. I definitely don't think so.
Like the hard to get game.
I don't like. I hate all the games too.
You
'cause
just said
it's
you like hard to get though.
Well, I'm saying.
See, look. Women don't like the game. They like the game.
Like to play it?
They just don't want to be. They
I
don't
like
want
the
to know.
players and they like the game.
They don't want to know that they're playing the game. That's
No.
what it is.
Personally, okay, if I want to be in a relationship with somebody, like I don't want any games. Like I don't want them to not to leave me on red or like do that whole like psychology. Like I don't want that. I want just normal like let's talk and we talk. You know what I mean? Like type thing. But I don't want
When it comes
games.
to your man.
Yeah,
Okay.
but if it's just like for fun, like the games, I guess.
Like a side piece.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a side piece or just like a people that are trying to get at you type thing.
That's really cool what you guys got going on. It reminds me of like a Jesse Walters. You know who that is? He's on Fox,
Oh,
but
Jesse Waters.
yeah, Waters.
Yeah.
And he used to be with the guy that got hit on the sex thing. Who was that
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
He was actually in the middle. Anyway, there was a reporter on Fox, and he would go out, and Jesse would go out and do stuff like this, like crazy, kind of like a stuttering John.
Stuttering John. That's
Like-
exactly what I was thinking of.
Like stuttering John from Howard Stern, but not
Yeah.
quite as crazy.
Right.
Now, to me, when I hear that a girl wants an asshole or likes an asshole, I immediately say daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
And the reason why is because they never had that alpha male.
Yeah.
And because they didn't have the alpha male, they're yearning for that guy to be a dick. Like,
yes.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Get the fuck in here now.
Yep.
You're not wearing that.
Yeah.
You're not doing
They
that.
want that. Is that what you're saying?
That the woman wants that.
Okay, yeah,
Because she never had a father. Like, she didn't have a good father figure.
Okay.
Right.
That was an alpha male.
Discipline.
So they're looking for a dad.
They're looking for a dad.
Yeah.
And that's why they like the guy being an asshole, even though they won't admit it.
Yeah.
And that's why they're also
They
out.
might not even know it.
They might not even know it
Yeah.
or accepted it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why they're out at the club all the time at 3
Yeah,
o'clock in the fucking
that's
morning.
true because also girls that have had a really good father figure, they usually are with a really good guy that like respects them, treats them right, princess, whatever. You know what I
They
mean?
like that, yeah.
That for sure. It's girls with like normal dads, but that's not their fault that they had a bad dad.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not their,
It's not
but
their fault.
But I just think that's why they want the asshole.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
therapy.
Now, one thing you said on that, right? See, this is where I think women are nuts. See, women think that you have guy friends.
Yeah,
You don't have guy friends.
I do though.
But you don't.
I do.
You do not.
I swear.
They want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay? will you? Do you agree with me?
100%.
And could you please
agree.
elaborate?
Okay, so, man, it has to come from you. It has to come from
I
you.
will.
I still don't believe it.
I know because you're naive.
No, it's not. Whoa! Don't say that.
Well, if you actually think that you have guy friends, I mean, you might have, obviously, Wally's your friend. I mean, you might have, you might have like 5,
Right.
but all these other guys that you think are your friends, they are
Oh
not
no,
your
no,
friends.
no. I don't think I have that many, but I think the ones that I do have, they know I'm not gonna fuck them. So if they're still around, like, I mean, they know I'm not going to.
You don't understand men.
Well, let me tell you
They
something.
think eventually you'll break.
Right.
Nah.
You remember my
Wally.
situation.
Please.
Your
Remember my
situation. Which one? There's a lot of.
the cat.
Oh, okay.
See?
See?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, you remember my situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'd wait a long time.
Damn,
Wait a
Wally
long
waited
time.
10 years.
Wait.
You wait.
Because that guy that you think is your friend, okay, he accepts for now, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how are you doing today? Listen, there's no guy on the planet that's going to text you every day
Oh, I don't
that is
have
not with you. Okay, whatever you do have, whatever little bit of shit they throw at you,
Okay.
he thinks one day he's going to get in your pants. He's not your friend.
What?
He's pretending to be your friend.
Correct.
And he might like you like you're cool.
Yeah.
But in the back of his mind, one of these days, somebody's going to break your heart. You're going to have a bad day. He's going to get you drunk enough, and he's going to get to you.
Right.
It's just how it is. But see, a lot of women are very naive to that. And then that
They don't wanna
leads
believe it.
to the male cheating. It leads
Their
to the-
boyfriend?
It leads to that.
Oh.
Because, okay, so you're with a guy, and you have 50 guy friends.
Okay.
Okay? And you think that these guys are your friends.
Yeah.
Guy knows guy. Guy knows that they're not your friend.
Okay.
Okay? That they want to get in your pants. So when you get in a fight with your boyfriend and you talk to your friend about the fight, like, oh, fucking Wally did this to me, whatever. Okay? Fucking antennas go up. Maybe.
Okay.
Now, a guy is like, okay, it's just my friend. It's just my friend.
Yeah.
But guy knows guy.
Okay.
And then eventually guy's like,
Then they beat the shit out of him.
Okay. Well,
that would be the proper
it's not
way
that
to
I'm-
handle it, is to beat the shit out of him and say, stop talking to her, or I'm going to really hurt you.
Right.
Hypothetically, allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not that I'm naive about it, because I do know
Wow,
that.
you got to help me out here.
Listen, I do know that probably all the guys that I'm friends with, right? I think they find me attractive in some way, right? And that's fine. And maybe they would fuck me, right? I get that. I get it, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like all my guy friends that I do have in my life, I say friends, but I also work with them at the same time. So I think I don't have any guys that I'm just like, we're just friends and he doesn't do anything work-wise with me. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, we're having sleepovers or we're hanging out. I don't hang out with a dude like one-on-one, unless it's Wawa's the only person. But we also work together. So it's different. Like, what, are you waiting to fuck me in 10 years?
Hey, I mean, if it happens, I'm not turning it down.
Thank you, Wally.
I know you're not going to turn it down, but like...
But it's in the back of his mind.
But like, is
It's
that why...
always there.
But are you
It's
friends
always
with me because of that?
No.
Exactly.
But initially,
Tell her.
initially in the beginning, I was like, wow, that girl's pretty cute. Her pictures are great. Wow, photo shoots are great. It was there. But then over time, I saw my previous relationship and was like, I can't get myself back into this same loop. So I decided to just, keep going as a friend. And
But you like me as a person, right?
oh yeah, 100%.
Now, she was 300 pounds.
If you were 300 pounds, I'd still like.
Now I know now. But in the
now.
beginning, you wouldn't be
In the
sitting here.
beginning, no. Yeah.
Whatever.
Rob, you want to chime in on this one?
I mean,
It's true.
It's just realistic. I know it's hard to hear. It's hard to like.
I'm not friends with ugly guys either.
Let's say if I was like a girl, and let's say I was trying to get clout and I was taking pictures and whatever it is, I'm competing with you, you probably wouldn't be my friend anymore.
I mean, for me, if it was like Millie, right? If she had a guy friend, there would be no guy friend. Like,
Yeah, there
in my
you
opinion,
go.
there's no guy friend.
Family friend.
There's no guy friend.
There you go.
No guy friend.
There.
We've been together. I've
Yeah.
older
Work
kids, but
work friend.
That's where
Work
where
guy
you can
friend.
blur the lines, but
yeah, that could be blurred, I guess. But
That's
like, you're
what-
not hanging out after work,
Right.
going for drinks,
a lot of
Yeah.
things that
hanging by the pool.
Right.
What about in group
Here.
scenarios? Like, what if you're there?
If I'm there, yeah, that's different.
then
That'd
it's
be
then
different.
it's for a goal because the group has a goal for something. We're all sharing that kind of
Goal.
like goal.
A group has a goal.
Now,
for
would you rather have girlfriends or guy friends? What because some girls are like, I hate girls, they're bitches.
Yeah.
Or I hate this.
Yeah.
What's your-
Well, obviously, I love having girlfriends and guy friends, but at the same time, I think having guy friends is more beneficial, just for women.
For you,
For me,
because you can get them to do what you want.
no, not true. Okay, maybe it is that, but it's also like it's beneficial because if let's say I have a bunch of stuff to carry, they can help me carry stuff. Like they can do certain things that a woman will be like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like
But the guy's only carrying it for one reason.
no, because they want to be
Because they want to help you.
because they want to help me.
What, right, so
But little do they know they're never getting in my pants.
they want to be
there you go.
masculine for the goal.
Thank
of
you.
getting
I'm okay
to
with
your
that.
pants.
It's beneficial. I'm okay with that. They can wait to have sex with me in 50 years and it never happens.
But that's the
Fine.
big. But that's the big problem. Women don't understand that. That every single guy, they're all the same. You have all these guy friends. They're not your friends. They're not your psychiatrists. And you guys want to
They're-
go to them and talk to them, and blah 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 blah. It's just.
I get free therapy, free
Fucking-
car, free
Yeah.
car service.
And there's a
free,
reason
I
why.
get so much free shit. Having guy friends is super beneficial. Not
Yeah.
gonna
Now, if you were in a serious relationship, would you let your boyfriend, fiance go out to dinner with some, decent looking girl he works with?
No,
Who was
No.
it? Who was it?
because guys can't be friends with girls. Girls can be friends with guys.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Wait,
Because-
say that again.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I wouldn't let him because you know how you were saying that men only want girlfriends because they want to fuck them, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's man's standpoint. So that's why I would say no, you cannot go on a date or whatever with this girl, right? Because he wants to fuck her. or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I don't think like that. Women don't think like that. We're different. So I hate when they're like, oh, it's hypocritical. It's not hypocritical. Like, men and women think differently. So I'm not thinking like, I want to fuck this guy in 10 years. I'm going to wait. I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking, okay, this is beneficial for me in some type of way or, you know, type thing. I'm not thinking I want to fuck them.
But your guy knows that the guy you're going out to dinner with wants to fuck you, just like
Correct.
you don't want him going out to dinner.
But if I don't want to fuck them,
It doesn't matter.
why?
Let's say that girl wants to fuck your boyfriend who's going out to dinner. She's in the back of her head, and you know it.
But he would never? He'll never do it?
Well, let's say that he, you know, had an inkling, you know, I don't know, maybe this could happen. He had an argument with you, made him mad a couple times. What now?
I mean, is she benefiting him in some way?
Emotionally.
Then no. I mean, it can't just be emotionally. It has to be like she's...
That's what guys kind of want. We can figure everything out by ourselves. We can put this table here. We can build things. We can do everything ourselves. We don't necessarily need women for every single like manual labor thing. But what we do need women in is affection and love, because guys don't necessarily do that. We don't really like, oh, let me love you. No, we don't do that.
I think guys in general, I'm not to cut you off. I think guys in general sometimes sounds crazy, weird, but you're looking for somebody like your mom.
Yeah.
Because you love your mom. Like, you love your mom, and there's something about your mom, and you're trying to find the girl that's like your mom.
But what
It
if you
doesn't have to
hate
look
your
like
mom?
her. Well, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, what if you hate your mom? What are you
If you
going to
hate
do?
your mom, I don't know. You're down the road. But I always feel like this, that you have that a guy has a connection with their mom and their dad too, but the connection with their mother, right? It's my mom. Like,
Yeah.
never talk shit on your mom.
Right.
True.
So you're looking for somebody that's basically your mom. You don't maybe it's subconsciously too. I think. Sometimes.
Yeah, whenever guys like, oh my God, like my mom would do something like that. I'm like, it's funny. I feel like
Check.
I'm like, check mark. They like
And
me.
the crazy thing is, when a girl makes food for me, I appreciate that like crazy.
That every guy does.
Yeah, I know, but it's because our moms did it for us,
Yeah.
and we get those same feelings.
Is that mommy issues though?
It might be.
It's mommy issues.
Could be.
You guys are looking for
It-
someone
it
like
might-
your
it
mom.
might not. I don't think so.
I
just
don't think it's
it's
mommy issues.
I just think it just shows a trait that you'd want for your kids to have, or your kids to like.
I
experience.
think it's a mommy issue like this. So like my mom was always there, right?
Yeah.
So no matter what happened, trouble, you name it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When everyone else ran, my mom was there. So when I would look for a girl, I want someone like my mom, not because of mommy issues, because times aren't always great. Times, you know, shit
Yeah.
goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And I don't want some lunatic that, oh, when I'm up, you're there.
Yeah.
And then when things are bad,
You leave.
you know, and everybody's talking shit, running their
Yeah.
mouth, you listen to them and you go. So in that aspect, and then, you know, you go to mom's to eat, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be food, just whatever. Mom's always there. So you have like that trust because your mom was always there. So then when you get serious, when I'm speaking for myself, if I were to get serious with a woman, I want someone like that likes me no matter what. Even
Yeah.
if I got 500 pounds, which I wouldn't,
Yeah.
I would just
Which I
starve
wouldn't.
myself to death. But
Well, I mean, you might.
I know it would
If you
never
got
happen.
sick or something.
Never would happen.
No, he
If you got sick.
I'd go to fucking Portugal and get stem cells. It would- Rob, could you please explain?
yeah, Tommy wouldn't be here.
No, if I lose my hair, I will fucking go get hair plugs tomorrow. I'll take. I'll
a
sell.
wig? A wig.
No, I'm gonna go where Bradley Cooper went. Going all
Oh, like a
shit.
hair implant?
Yeah,
Okay.
I refuse.
You have
to.
nice hair.
No, I know. I know. My grandpa died at 82 with full head of hair, so I think I'm
What?
full head of hair. Yeah.
You got
It's the
good genes.
Italiano.
Oh fucking yeah. But I didn't get his height though. He was 6'7". He's fucking
Wow.
monster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But right?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah. I
You got
think.
mommy issues, don't you?
Listen, my mom is a clingy mom. My mom's an overbearing mom. She wants to do everything for me. I don't know. Maybe that's my issue. That's my mommy issue. When a mom wants to do a lot of things for you and doesn't want to give you like a chance to do it yourself.
Why do you-
That's the
See, my
issue.
mom, because my mom's full Italian, or was she passed away, but she was like that, and we would argue constantly.
Oh my gosh, that's my issue.
But I was very stern,
Yeah.
and like no,
You guys don't like that?
Oh no.
because
No.
I'm not with my mom.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not married to my mom. My mom isn't
Yeah, I
my
think there's
life.
qualities I'm saying you look for, not everything.
Yeah,
your
but
mom.
mine, and I'm sure you can relate to this, and a lot of other guys and women are the fucking worst with this shit. The worst.
Right.
But my mom, what are you doing? Don't fucking worry about it.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about
I'll
what I'm
handle
doing.
it. I'll just.
I'll
handle
call you when I get in trouble. You know what I mean? But like I would just lay it out right from the gate because I'm not calling you every day. I mean, I miss her to death.
Every day.
I miss her to death. You know what I mean? I mean that hurt me more than anything ever in my life. But even now, like I still don't wish I would have called her every day. Like I'm not calling you every day.
Right.
But you
I'll
call
be
your
in an
wife
argument
every day.
Well,
No?
That's
I mean
There's days where you don't talk?
I called her every day. Yeah, but I was going at that time. I was like going home to her. Yeah, no, I mean no.
Okay,
there's
well, if you're
days-
living together, I guess it's different.
But I mean my mom. Like when I'm
Right.
fucking 30, I'm not calling you every day
Yeah, no.
at night and every time something happens. No, I'm not doing that. It's not
Is that
happening.
thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
it won't come through.
See, on paper, it sounds good to a girl's ears to call your mom every day.
Yeah,
Because
they
it's
do.
gonna make because they do, and it'll make them feel special if they get the calls every day. But realistically, that's a chore. That's minutes out of my day, not making money.
Okay.
Now, when I was married, I did. I would text her or call
Yeah.
her or whatever. You know what I mean? But like not like novels and shit. You
Yeah,
know,
of
just like,
course.
hey, are you all right?
What are you doing?
Yeah, nothing.
Maybe
Nuts.
a text.
But my mom, once a week, I'd have dinner with her on Sundays.
Okay,
Everybody would
good.
come over. She'd cook whatever she
That's
wanted.
good enough.
Well,
At least you're
she never let
doing
my wife came. Ever.
I talk to mom every day.
That's fine until when you do get with somebody, then that person's married to you and your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you tell your mom everything,
Yeah, okay.
you're gonna have problems.
No, that did happen to me. I would tell my mom everything, and then she'd only see the bad.
Yep.
And then,
Mm-hmm.
like, because obviously, you know how when you vent to like whoever you're venting to, you usually tell the bad to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't usually talk about all the good. You usually just talk about the bad because that's when you need to vent.
And you paint
Which I learned my lesson. Never like only vent about bad things,
Mm-hmm.
because then you paint a picture of that person in just a negative way. And then my mom would be like, towards any guy or something I'm with, would be like, if I'm venting negatively, which I don't do anymore, she would like have this whole picture of them that they're like this bad person, and it's only been bad because I've only talked about bad things.
And I'm sure Wally, I want your take on this. So I'm a little bit older than you, right? You know. So what happens? What I've been through is every time a lot of women they get into an argument or they stub their finger or something goes wrong, they call their mom, they call their friends, whoever. The committee. We call them the committee.
The committee.
Okay, the committee. Like your 5 closest friends, whatever. Okay. Let's just pretend you and Wally are together. Okay. You and Wally fight. You call Karina, Samantha, whoever. Wally fucking did this, did that. Okay.
Dump his ass.
Right.
He's an idiot.
But Karina and whoever other dingbats that you call, they don't know the full story. They only know what you're telling them.
Yeah.
Now, in your mind, you have those 5 people giving you
Yes.
the opinion,
100%.
right? And then now you're going to take that and collaborate whatever they say
Mm-hmm.
subconsciously, and you're going to make that your opinion on your argument based on those 5 opinions from the
Yeah.
committee. And that fucks up the relationship.
Correct.
Because you don't know how to cope with shit.
True.
And that goes for if you break something in the house or whatever. You run and they don't know the whole story. Now,
Yeah.
if Wally calls and you call and the whole story is given, even then, they have some dumb opinion. They don't live
Vibes.
together. They haven't been together. They haven't been through
Or
things.
Yeah.
They're miserable.
Just block him.
Or they're miserable. Or they're miserable. Or one of your friends that you think is happy because they act happy is actually
Isn't.
miserable and
Yeah.
can't wait for you to be miserable.
Exactly.
But you think that you're their
100%.
friend. But you
Agreed.
go to them for advice.
Right.
Agree.
Or you go to them to vent. And
Yeah.
while you think you're venting and that's your friend that
Yeah.
you're venting to, it's my friend, really that friend is fucking your relationship. And you because you're not learning how to cope.
Yep.
True. I agree with that fully. And I learned this quote. It's like, be careful with who you get advice from type thing, you know?
But if you have a problem, you have to deal with it just you and Wally.
Yeah.
No one else. Because other people don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Right.
And just by human nature, you're going to tell your side and how you feel, but not what he feels or what his take is on it.
Yeah.
And now next thing you know, I mean, just throwing
Yeah.
the towel. Game's over.
I
But
think
women
about-
like to talk and like to vent.
Yeah, that's very true. I know that, man.
Talk about like
the things
makeup
that
or
I've
something.
done. You know, I know the things that I've done have been spread out in this whole network of girls.
What?
Yeah, it's a long story. I'll tell you about it later. It's
What?
this girl.
Say it.
I'll tell you about it later.
Say it. Just say it. Say it.
All right, so this
in
one
short.
chick I used to be with, I told her some things and like that got out, and I know it got out because one of the other girls started treating me differently. Like, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole story. It's a whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you about it later.
So what was the end that turned into a nightmare?
The end that turned into a nightmare?
Yeah.
Well, you just see different behaviors, different things. It's a long story. It's I'll tell you about.
I'll take you don't want to talk about it. Like,
yeah,
nope.
I'll tell you about it later.
Plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. Yeah, that one's a crazy one. But yeah, they have a committee and it's true, and you can feel the effects of it based off of behaviors.
Have you read the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus?
I heard of it, but no.
Oh
No?
my goodness, this is the best book. I haven't read it. I was listening to the audiobook in her car.
But you're going to read it.
I'm gonna read it. Yeah.
I
And-
think everyone should read this book before they get into any relationship, because it's basically like, I feel like we don't learn as men and women like how we're different. We kind of just, it's like men expect women to act like men, women expect men to act like women in a way. You know what I mean? Like men expect a woman to love them the way a man would love them, because that's all you know. You know what I mean? So this book kind of shows like how women love, how women are, and how men are, how men love type thing, and the differences, and like certain like sentences that we say mean completely different things from men versus women. So I think everyone should read that book before getting to
I think women speak more in code than men do.
Yeah, men are
I'm fine.
blunt.
I'm
Men
fine.
are blunt.
Yeah, we just say what
No,
we
men
say,
are
and
not
that's it.
blunt. Men lie.
Oh, I'm very.
No, we lie when it's going up against your feelings. If it's going
Men
to
lie.
if it's going to change the way you behave in a negative way, if we give you the truth about something based off of our normal truth that we say to each other, then we're gonna lie to you like you women lie to each other.
Facts. And by the way, to go back to one thing you said, 9 out of 10 times, if a guy's going to a business dinner, okay, he's going for what Wally said. He's going for he's not going there to meet a woman, sorry, for business. He's going there to get fulfilled with that emotional whatever that he's not getting at home.
Exactly.
A man's going to
That's why I
dinner
would say
to be
no.
with a man. Right. You should.
Yeah.
You should. And vice versa. I mean, if it goes around, no, you're not going. If you're going with him, I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
I'll sit
Yeah.
there and sit still.
It's
you
kind
know?
of this same thing with you know how women want to be called every single day like the mom, like we want you to call your mom, like you call your mom every day. I don't call my mom every day. And you just said, I remember you said something. You were like, you guys don't like that, and it was almost like a revelation that, oh wow, you guys aren't like us.
Well, no, yeah, I know that.
No, yeah. But
No, I think it's okay to call your mom every day, like once a day, maybe like at night,
Okay.
and
Just like, good night.
like hello, good morning, good night, but not like, hey, da 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 da
Yeah.
da da, and hey, this was about my day, blah 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 blah. And did you do this? Did you do that? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Gee, fuck.
Might as well have her live with you. That
Yeah, you might as well. You might as well just marry her. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
end of that.
Apparently, you guys do. So
Fuck no. Fuck that. Absolutely not.
one person that I
Outright.
haven't called in a long time, but when I do call, it's a long conversation, is my sister. Yeah.
That's kind of different though.
Yeah, no, it's
siblings, I feel like you don't talk to your siblings every day. It's like,
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah. Well, some do.
Some do.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
So now with what you, because, you know, there's tons of women that want to be models and you deal with it all the time. What advice would you give them? Because, you know, you have your sexy picture. Pull up our Instagram. You know, your pictures and everything.
Don't
But,
judge me.
yeah,
kidding.
no. But what advice would you give them going into that and what they should know? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you made it. I mean, you blew up. Last time I looked, you weren't anywhere near that.
Really?
Uh-uh.
Really? A year ago?
Yeah, you were like half that.
Oh.
If that. Yeah, scroll down a little bit, Rob. So, like, what advice would you give to a woman that's getting, like, what should they know before they get into this shit?
What should they know? What should they know? I feel like you should know that social media is fake. Everything is fake on social media. A lot of stuff is planned. Social media is where you put the best moments of your life, the happiest moments, the best angles, the best everything. You know what I mean? And some people kind of like get manipulated by that, and they think that like, oh, like how could this girl ever be like sad or in a relationship problem or family problem or anything. Like you think that they're always gonna have this perfect life because like all you see is the perfect life, but it's not real. You know, there's always problems and things and whatever, and it's a lot of more hard work than you think. People think you just like go take photos and you like become famous. It's like not that at all. It's like every day, nonstop, 24/7. Like you're dealing with people. Like you have to do a lot of things. You know, even to plan photo shoots and do them is a lot of work. It's not just like, oh, let me just sit here, look pretty, and take 3 pictures. Like, it's not that. It's a lot more. So I feel like people think that it's easier than it is. And my advice would be, don't get too caught up in it. Like, have your personal life, and your social media life, like 2 personas in a way. Like, separate it.
Do you take like a day off from the phone where like you just don't touch the phone? Or time away from it?
Time away? I mean, lately not really.
Hawaii.
In Hawaii, yeah. See, yeah, I do that. So I don't do like a day. I'll do a trip or something, and I do like a week, like no social media or less social media. So it's like a whole week type thing. One time I did like a month, but now I can't really do that. That was like a little while ago, but because even not posting for a day, you know what I mean, can like fuck everything up.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of hard. You got to have somebody else doing it for you or something to be able to take a break fully. But
what's your de-stress from like doing this all day long?
Yeah.
What's like your like if it's sitting down watching TV? What's your like mental getaway? What is it like? What's your perfect?
Okay, mental getaway. I don't even watch TV, but mental getaway would be the gym. Would be yoga. I like yoga. Or I like to do like, I don't know, like go to the farmer's market or like do like
Does yoga really work?
Yoga works.
Russell Simmons is all about the yoga.
Yoga, meditation, all that works fully.
Yoga works.
Hot yoga.
Hot
yoga.
That's something I think my accountant does that.
Hot
but I
yoga.
still
Does
say,
he?
Yeah.
I can't see him.
There's a lot of guys doing hot yoga. There's a place called Atha Yoga.
Yeah.
Atha Yoga.
Shala.
Oh, it's not Atha?
Atha Shala.
Okay,
Yeah.
Atha. Oh, okay. Wow.
Atha Shala.
Atha Shala. It's in Delray. It's really good for yoga, hot yoga. It's so good. And there's a lot of men there. It's not like women. I mean, it's women, but
There's some men there, but I feel like it's majority women.
not at the 7
It
p.m.
seems
class.
like-
Those men are there for a
Not at the-
specific reason.
No, they're not because they're not. There's guys there genuinely who do yoga. Like
Yeah.
they're in the front.
Yeah.
Like they're not even
Okay.
behind all the women. They're in
Like
the
they're in
front.
there,
They're
yeah.
like, I'm ready to go.
When my accountant said he was going, I go, "You're doing what?"
Believe that.
You're like, yeah, he's all into it, and you know he's old school too. He's like a Philly guy type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And I go, "You're doing fucking
Surprised.
yoga, bro?"
Yeah.
Like,
surprise.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I know it's a
didn't think
stigma
that.
on it.
It's a-
This episode is brought to you by Fiji. More than just water.
This is not just rock. It's ancient volcanic rock that filters tropical rain, giving it double the electrolytes and its signature soft, smooth taste. It's not just water. It's Fiji water.
This episode is brought to you by Let's Get Checked. Are you the man your father was? Recent studies have shown that men's testosterone levels have dropped substantially since the 1980s at about an average of 1% per year. Think about how old your father was when he was born. For example, if he was 30, your testosterone levels could be 30% lower than his. Low testosterone levels can have all type of health effects on men. It can affect your mood, sex drive, memory, muscle mass loss, you name it. And yes, low testosterone is more common the older you get, but it can affect men at any age. So let's talk about today's sponsor, Let's Get Checked. You can order a testing kit that will be delivered to you in a discreet packaging with next-day delivery. Once your sample arrives in the laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days. So, if you want to test your hormone levels without having to leave your home, visit trylgc.com/MSCS Media and get 25% off your test using the code MSCS Media. The link is in the description at the top.
Stigma. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
gay. Oh, it's this.
Yeah, that's what
You're missing out.
Yeah, the positions they put you in is kind of it feels kind of
You feel gay because you're
weird.
like, it's like happy baby, and your like
Your
legs are
butt's in the
behind.
air.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's kind of weird. So
and I swore he was going, but like I know him really, really well. He can't, like I know him super well, and he's happily married, you know,
Okay.
daughter. So I knew in the back of my head it wasn't for the girls,
Yeah.
but I thought, well, maybe he changed or
That,
something.
that is a stigma, though. That's true.
Yeah.
Now thinking
Yeah.
about
He
it.
lost
Yeah.
20
It
pounds
is.
doing that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
and
telling you.
it's supposed to go hand in hand with working out at the gym.
Yeah.
So you lose range of motion at the gym when you're pumping that muscle, but at the yoga place, you just use your whole muscle for different reasons. So
Yeah.
And being that you do all this photography and film and everything else, so you're on the outside looking in.
Yes.
So you have a better perspective.
right.
What advice would you give specifically? Like men is a different thing. When you agree,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But for a woman,
Sorry about that.
what advice would you give to a woman that's gonna get into this and what they're up against? Not just the competition, just in general.
A woman who's up against this, the advice that I would give to them is they would just need to look the best that they possibly can. Look the best you possibly can. People are going to hit you up. They're going to make offers. They're going to fly you out. They're going to do whatever. But make sure you don't lose sight of a goal that you have by using that beauty, that skill or gift you have. Use it for something that's going to propel you in the future for something else. Don't just use it just to look pretty.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, there's validation and it feels great, but there's a goal, use it, and you have the advantage. You can do anything a guy can do. Yeah, I know it sounds like a kind of woke sounding, but a girl can kind of do a lot of things that guys can do. But if you can do it looking pretty and people will do things for you at the same time, take advantage.
And then,
Like,
like you, and this is to both of you. How do you deal with the stigma? Like what we've been talking about. You know, somebody looks at you,
Yeah.
they already judge you.
yeah.
So another girl, forget about guys. You already know what guys are thinking.
Yeah.
But other girls, how do you deal with that stigma? Because you already know what they think. Oh, she's on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
She's this, she's
Yeah.
that. So how do you deal with that stigma when they look at you and you know how they're looking at you?
Yeah. I just be myself. You know, I feel like when somebody has a conversation with me or talks to me genuinely, like they can see that I'm a genuine person. I'm not like what they assumed, which that's what a lot of people say. They're like, oh, I thought you were different, or I thought you were taller. That's what I get a lot. But yeah, I feel like just having a conversation and just me being myself, me being real. Like I can't really like force people to believe I am who I am. Because I get it, it's perception at the end of the day. Perception is everything. Like the way they see me is the way they see me. But until I can like change the way they think, which is me doing my interviews and podcast stuff, like they'll be able to know more about me. Like when I go live or something, it's not just like a photo of me. It's like me talking, having a conversation. So I mean, I feel like that stuff is honestly the only way because they're always gonna have a perception.
But did you see that guy on that short thing? He goes, oh, I thought you were going to talk to me about a relationship.
Yeah.
Automatically, he thought, oh, let's go, baby. Let's
like
go.
Illuminati.
Yeah.
But you're right. But he thought, oh, okay, I'm going to get your number. Blah, blah, blah. Wally, did he not?
No, yeah, he's pretty much, yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Wally.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, like it's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
I can't control that.
Now, what would you say from the outside looking in? Because you have a very strong, you're mentally very strong. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you first came in, okay, you were like this little, you just remind me of this little girl coming in doing modeling.
Yeah.
We were like, damn, she's smart. You know? We knew you fucking 2 years ago,
Yeah.
for all this wild stuff. I mean, it's still wild, but,
Yeah.
now that you've blown up and all this other crazy shit. But for you, what advice would you give? Because if they're not mentally strong like Liv,
Yeah.
and you go and you want to just hang out with
Right.
some girl and have brunch or whatever that's called, the girls
Right.
do with like a
So-
Bloody Mary, and they're like, oh, I don't want to be seen with this whore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you would need to have thick skin like Olivia. Olivia
Yeah.
has thick skin, so she can hear anything and it'll bounce off because she's heard it before so many times. It's numb now.
I don't think it's numb. I think I just know I'm
You
true
know
to
who you are.
myself. I know who I am. So if somebody's gonna say something, I'm like, well, it's not true. So why should I care?
Right, that's a better way to put it. So for a girl, I think that you just need to have thick skin. You need to know that you're, in a way, giving up certain things that you would have if you weren't that pretty or weren't looking that way or weren't out or whatever it is. People won't trust you. There'll be a lot of people who won't trust you. People will think certain things. You'll lose a lot of relationships. You'll probably have boyfriends not trust you, stalk you. do all these things. Get ready for it. It's
ready.
It's all about getting ready for it, and be okay with maybe being single for a while. Just because a lot of guys are gonna look at you and think they're not worth it enough. They're not good enough. I can't, handle her or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So be ready to be single for a long time, or if, or
Be ready.
Yeah, be ready. Or you'll have relationships, but they might be rocky near like the 5th month.
Like you're ready for that,
It's
right?
gonna be a lot of 5-month relationships, probably.
Yeah.
Or find a guy that understands, right?
Or is doing the same
Right.
thing.
Yeah. That part. So
I
noticed,
low-key don't like guys that do social media.
Yeah, I see. That's
I
the thing.
don't. I think it's feminine.
Listen, I hate it.
Ah.
I hate it.
I think
hate
it's
it.
feminine.
Ask him. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I don't read anything. I post what I call it. I post and ghost.
Yep.
I'm
Right.
on and off. Put
Yeah.
up post. I'm out. I'm done.
You're not a consumer. You're giving the entertainment,
Right.
which
I'm
is how
creator.
it should be. But
I'm done.
some guys, like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. That's why I can't be the guy that does like TikTok or social media, because they're just like obsessed with themselves on their phone all day, like editing like videos like of themselves for their story and stuff. I'm like,
Well, like say like
guess
let's say a bodybuilder.
context.
Bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Is that you don't like that? You'd find that feminine, like a guy bodybuilder like because you're kind of posting your stuff.
Yeah.
That's beauty, right?
Yeah.
And a guy's kind of posting his
fitness.
fitness beauty for himself.
Well, I've dealt with some fitness people, like influencer fitness people, and like, I guess if they're not like self-obsessed, but a lot of them are.
They are.
They're like in the mirror, whoa, I look so good. And, like,
Yeah.
I'm not even like that, so it's like, okay.
They act like girls.
They act like girls, and
They
I
act
think
like
that's
girls.
really
Yeah.
kind of gross.
I can't even go on TikTok because every time I open it up, it's some crazy shit screaming. I don't even put it. I'm probably losing, but I don't even go on it. I
Yeah.
just hate it. I have no interest at all.
I barely go on it
Totally
either. I
fine.
barely.
It's like a
barely.
drama fucking TLC. It's just, I hate it.
I love TLC.
I hate all that craziness. But that's like girl stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Drama, social stuff is
I
usually.
don't
Yeah.
want any part of it. Just put the shit up and run.
If he's
Right.
making a lot of money on it and he's like just posting type thing and
Yeah.
not like consuming and being self-obsessed, then yeah, that's fine. But a
Yeah.
lot of them are.
I just think
it's got to be such a turnoff for a girl just to see a guy on there scrolling all
Selfies.
day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
too.
I just think that
What the fuck? Even
Yeah.
FaceTime. Like when they're FaceTiming all day, I'm like,
Or they send me like 100 reels or something. I'm like, I'm not gonna look at each one. Like,
That.
can't.
Yeah, I just think that because women have been evolved to be more social, I think social media like goes hand in hand with women. There's something to be said, there's comments to be made, there's gossip to be had, and that usually happens in real life, but not only in real life, but it's on virtual Instagram, social
Yeah.
media, all that. So
but that's what's missing. There's no more like conversations like this.
Yeah.
It's all like real quick video, blah blah blah. And now
Or
all of a
like-
sudden
Stupid
you know the
stuff.
person.
or like text and then not respond for like a long
Have you
time.
eaten
come back
ass
to the
before?
conversation.
Yes or no? Yes or no? It's like so stupid.
Yeah. But we draw people in for the cure.
The Cure.
I like the stigma thing. Just kind of, I mean, one of the stigmas I always think about. I don't know what you guys feel, Tommy. Let's see what you think first. Millie wants me to keep going with her to get a massage, a couple's massage.
Okay.
I hate people touching me. I don't like it. I get like the old like
You feel weird.
like touch your hands on my back, massage me. And I said to her in the past, I'm like, to me that's gay.
Is it a guy massaging you?
It could be. I don't know. I never went, but yeah, there are guys there and there are women there. So that's one, the massage, and then the one was the one day. What about doing a where you put your feet in the water, a pedicure? I'm like, do guys get pedicures?
They do. They do.
And no offense if anybody in the room gets it, but I just can't see myself doing it. I think that's a stigma though.
Yeah,
It's a stigma. It's definitely a stigma because it's like, oh, doing that is gay, but it's not because you're not doing anything gay. You're just getting your toes.
It just always
Like
feels like a
done.
feminine thing though to do that.
Yeah, you
paint their
usually-
nails.
Like
they-
taking care of yourself is more of a feminine thing because girls do it more often than guys do. However, when a guy takes care of himself, he becomes more attractive.
He's
to a
more
girl.
attractive. Getting a pedicure is more attractive because I'm like, oh, you take care of your toes. Like you care enough to go.
Correct. Right.
Sit there, get your toes
It's like-
done.
it's
you don't
like
have to
this.
get them painted.
No, well,
You
no,
gotta-
yeah. They're not getting paid 8 times.
I mean, I have nothing against
Tommy's
anybody.
like- A lot of
I have no
guys-
problem.
Me
You know,
neither,
I'm cool with whatever.
A lot of men get massages too.
Yeah, I get them.
like people.
It doesn't mean it's gay.
I get them, but I cannot. And I have nothing against anything, but not a guy.
You'd
No
have
way.
to have
So it has to be a woman.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm
But
not
if I
doing
had my, like a boyfriend, like I'd want him to have a man do it.
it. Then I would just go
Because
and sit
I've
with
talked
you.
to guy friends and they're like, I was getting massaged by this woman and I got hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
absolutely
That's
not.
That's because they went to the Chinese place down the street.
Oh, yeah, that
I'm
part.
talking about going to like the Four Seasons.
So you don't get hard like getting a massage?
No.
Okay.
No.
Never?
No. And my testosterone is like 11. You can ask him, it's 1,200 at my age.
Okay.
But my whole family's like that. I don't believe in those blood tests anyway. But that's a whole nother story. But no, I just go there to relax. But
Yeah.
a man rubbing my back just for me. Any guy who's
Weird.
cool with that is fine. But for me, that's fucking weird. Just for me, it's weird. It's just the way I grew up old school. You
Yeah.
know, man opens door, man takes care of woman, you know,
Pay for the meal.
that kind of thing. Yeah. So like it would be weird. I have nothing against somebody else doing
Yeah.
it, but it's not for me. And if my girl wouldn't want me to do it, no problem. But I'll just sit there and watch you get one done. Don't bother me.
Watch?
With the nails, I was like you. I was like, what? What
Can't
kind
do
of?
it. I do a massage before that.
10 years ago, I was like, what do you mean get my feet done? I'm not getting my feet done. And then I saw
I know guys get it done. Listen,
I met Kobe
know.
Bryant and I saw he had got, and I said, does he get his nails done? And
All
they were
basketball players do.
so, and it's not bad. I went and I got him buff. I get him buffed.
Yeah.
Like you go in and they
Yeah.
give you a nice hand massage. It feels good.
All right, when you go in, you sit
Yeah.
down, right? You walk in, you sit down. I've been in there before. You know, I sit over here, and you go in the thing.
Yeah.
Are you sitting? Are there any more men in there when you're getting it done, or is it all women?
It's
Mostly women, but
sometimes.
sometimes
a
those
lot of
guys.
husbands.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of them are just sitting there. But Liv's right though. You look nicer. You look
I
cleaner.
get. I bite
Yeah.
the shit on my fucking nails.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's
I'm-
more attractive.
My feet are ticklish, so
I feel you.
I'm a little bit. Not because I wouldn't. I've done it.
Yeah.
but-
See, when I get my nails done, they're not done right now. But when I do, I get more attention when I'm talking to a girl and I'm using my hands and I'm doing this. And
I think it just shows, okay, you have good hygiene.
Yeah, you're
you're
clean.
willing
Yeah.
to invest in your hygiene.
Yeah.
Cool.
You want to hear a funny story? So I got wild with it, right? Because I saw a couple of my friends, like friends you would never think in a million years.
Yeah.
This is a long time ago. Would get this shit done, and they would get a little gloss on it.
Yeah, the gloss.
And
Yeah.
and they would be like, no, it's good. And I would get like the fucking gloss put on, and then it would chip, and I'd be like, all right, no, it's too much. This gloss shit's too much.
Because then you got to keep going with it.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
get them buffed and the cuticle back, but it's okay. It's safe. I
It's
promise.
safe.
Rob,
It's masculine safe. Don't worry.
It's
I
masculine.
bite
safe.
the fuck out of my fingers.
And you bite your nails too. So
You
that's even
definitely
more of a
should go.
reason.
Yeah.
Props to your wife.
But nail touching, nail massaging me, no,
No?
good.
You don't do it?
You would?
Yeah.
If you
Wait, you wouldn't get your nails done, but you let a guy massage your back naked?
wait, I'm not getting fully naked, by the way. No.
Well, okay, you're
not?
gonna get down. What are you
Get
gonna get down to your?
Well,
No.
out of my
the
boxers,
shirt.
right?
You're gonna have a guy
I'm
do
not
that?
touching my ass.
But you're okay with,
Oh, you could say no butt. Say no glutes.
and nothing against gay people, not at all. But
No, I'm not.
But you would be okay with that versus your nails?
I just feel like if a guy would get in there better, like
Yeah, that's true. A
yeah,
guy
they
is
do
more.
the bones.
Yeah,
and
I
they-
would
That's the
just
thing. A
drag
lot
them.
of people prefer men because they're stronger, so they're like able to, I usually
Beat the
get a
meat.
woman doing mine, but sometimes I feel weird too. I'm like, is this lesbian? But I'm like,
But I would not let my girl have a guy do it.
yeah,
No
that's-
way in
no
hell.
way.
No way in hell. Because that
Nope.
Really?
hell no.
Nope.
He's got probably 20 years of fucking practice with this shit.
and
And
it's
next
gonna
I
be
know
like,
she's
you know-
dreaming about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck that.
Hands
What if he's an
tonight.
old man,
Well, like 70?
like 60, 70?
I've seen.
No,
those
I
Chinese
just, no.
guys.
No, because, no. She's mine. No.
Right.
An old man?
It's a problem.
I mean, if you really wanted it, I mean, okay, fine, I guess. But,
Because let's say it was the only option.
and he's
Go somewhere
old.
else.
He's old.
I'm going to go with Wally. I would say, look, I have money in my pocket. Let's call the Four Seasons or somewhere where we
Go
get everybody
somewhere
we
else.
want.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, we're going somewhere else. For me, would I have a guy do me? No.
No.
What about your girl? Would you have a guy?
A guy? No way.
Yep.
No,
Yeah, I
no
agree
way.
with that.
No way.
It's so normal though, like from a woman's perspective, like if a guy does mine. I mean, I've only had one weird experience. This guy was like massaging me and he was like, I can feel your energy. And I was like, what?
That's
I
exactly
was
why the
so
answer
That
hell no.
he's not your friend, dude.
I was like, oh my God. He's like, I could feel your energy. It's like very good energy. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I just trying to get a massage here. And it was weird. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
See,
Strange.
that's where the naive thing comes in. Again.
I
Right.
wasn't being naive. I knew what was going on.
Okay.
Live.
Okay.
If a guy, listen, if a guy is massaging your back,
Okay.
do you actually think he's just thinking about
Oh, no,
the
that's
muscles in your back?
Well, this is the thing. It's his job.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, but, like,
do you hear this?
does a hot
You
girl-
gotta
And he's
put-
like, I need to pull that down a little bit more to get
Yeah.
your ass a little more.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the time that I get them a lot. And I mean, sometimes I have women, sometimes I have men. Only had one weird experience, but everyone else was super normal.
I know, but if you have a boyfriend, fiance, whatever, the guy is not. Okay, he's not thinking about the muscles.
Right.
Now, if you're a fat old hag, okay, yeah, all right. But
If I'm a fat old hag,
say you went in there and you were
okay.
you were 200 pounds, 5'2", and 40, and showered 3 times a week.
okay,
I
the
agree
guy's
with-
probably just massaging.
He's just, believe me, he's massaging and looking
Oh,
at that
so
time.
when like a hot girl comes in there, I think different.
He's like, my lucky fucking day. Finally,
Really?
I just massaged grandma yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God, I'm never going to a
Yeah.
man again ever.
I'm serious.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Oh my
And I feel like
God.
He
I have a theory.
he walks out. You got that robe on. He in his mind, every guy that does that is going, thank God you cursed me yesterday with all these old hags and these fat.
But he
me
can't
with
do
this one.
anything or else he'll get fired.
It doesn't matter. He can go home.
Exactly. And think about exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean go home?
Okay. Okay.
Wait, so they go home, they think about it
That's
Yeah.
of you but they didn't see you naked.
Doesn't
the state of
matter.
the
So they're like
class.
He
pretending.
got to touch you. And then he flips you off, and you cover your boobs, and he's rubbing your upper
Oh,
shoulders.
fuck no. Yeah, she not going
He's
on.
feeling it.
Oh
the
my
muscle
God.
memory.
Right?
all that.
I'm not kidding. I'm not
Ew.
kidding.
Hand slipped a little bit, right? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about
he's,
that.
He's probably doing it 'cause he's
Sorry
into
about that.
Yeah.
Probably
Sorry
doing it
about
'cause
that.
he's into it.
Yeah, he's got nut huggers on to make sure his thing is not, you know what I mean? And he's doing it, and he's thinking about it, but he's not letting you know he's not pushing the
That's
limit.
so
Right.
disgusting.
But then he's going home to his wife, who he probably doesn't
Right.
like,
I mean,
who he probably had a few kids with, and he's not getting laid. And what do you think he's doing? He's going to jerk off to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't jerk off to it, he's going to think about it.
Correct.
that's
right?
scary.
Okay?
That's exactly
So
right.
when you
Right.
have a
Money
boyfriend
on the nail.
and the guy says no,
There's people jerking off to me anyway online.
okay,
Well,
but he didn't. But,
That's even
That-
that,
but
that
you're-
proves
but-
the point even more.
but you're making money. But you're making money.
Okay.
Okay, Wally just paid for you to go to some guy to go jerk off to you.
But I got a massage out of it.
Okay, but you're with Wally and he touched you.
But we paid for him to touch me,
Right.
right?
That's even worse.
yeah.
Like, should I just jump off the cliff now or later? You know what I mean? Because now I'm $400 short if I went to a good guy and he touched you. Hell no.
Have
Absolutely.
you guys seen those like sexual massages?
Yeah, the Sean Watson from the Browns, man.
What's that?
The quarterback from the Browns.
What happened with him?
He's the one that had all the massage parlors
Oh,
lined up, and he has all these sexual allegations against him from all the.
oh, jeez.
you mean
Oh
the-
no! I'm talking about sexual massages. So it's not like like the happy ending. There's actual massages that it's
this
like,
girl sits on your lap and like
well, she like hugs you and it's like
Yeah.
a lover massage.
yeah, and
she's like
is on
holding your neck and like doing all this like lover shit. If you look it up, I don't know. It's
What is it
Yeah.
called?
Sexual massage. I mean, you might get something else on Google or something, but
But see, then Wally, I know you'll agree with me.
it's like a sexual
Women are
a
different,
sexual
though.
love massage.
yeah. As a matter of fact,
Right? So
women
when a
are
woman
completely
massages
different.
me, even if I was Leonardo DiCaprio,
yeah,
she's not going to go home and think about me. She's just doing her job.
right.
I just saw that thing on
This
your thing,
is the
Leonardo
same-
DiCaprio.
What, where he puts headphones on when he bangs?
Yes, I saw you post that.
Pornhub came up as one of the
I
things. when
had a feeling that's what happened. See, this is the part of the woman brain. This is the part of the female brain that lets them be friends with guys and girls, whereas guys can't be friends with girls, because girls can do a massage to a guy and think about the muscles, and then do a massage to a girl and think about the muscles of the guy is thinking about sex. Like men have a higher sex drive. That's just kind of it.
And I always say that
we're primed for it.
You go back to it, like, sometimes men get blamed for things. Well, you're always thinking about this. You're always thinking about that. It's like we come from an ape. We come from a monkey.
Yeah.
So do we.
But when but think about it. When the apes, the monkeys, whatever animal, I don't care what animal it is, the man's going out there, the mate, like you said, and he's just, okay, cool, this one today, this one, just keep going. I'm not saying all men are like this. But
it's 2023, though. We have mental
what?
Awareness.
Okay, but your DNA and your genetics are the same. We've had every top guy in here. Your genetics don't change. Your DNA
discipline, though.
Oh, okay.
Discipline.
That's a factor.
Okay, girls maybe.
Men have discipline too.
You're out of your mind.
They do.
Okay. Wally.
Yeah, it's hard. If you were a guy, it's hard. When you see a pretty girl, it's hard.
I mean, when I see a hot guy, it's hard not to look too.
It's easier to like look away and then cross your fingers that he's looking, and then you quickly look back.
I like that. Look again.
See if you can find that, because not on Pornhub though.
The love massage.
Yeah. But now there's one exception to the rule.
It's like a emotional love massage or something like that.
Is that if a guy goes in
Maybe
to like massage Liv and he's happily married and he's good looking and has a good looking wife, maybe he might just be doing his job.
Yeah.
I would never date a masseuse.
Because he's disciplined.
Never.
Because he's disciplined.
Right.
And he's happy and he's got
a marriage, probably has kids.
See?
And
a good looking wife.
Correct.
Okay,
and a good
finally.
But that's 1 in 100,000.
Right. I think most guys doing massages are single.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should not.
And if they're not, they are not happy. So maybe literally 1 in 100,000, I would say.
You make good money being a masseuse, probably.
And that one would probably be the one that you drop fucking $1,200 for an hour on, because that's why he's there, because people trust him, because he's happily married, he's a good looking guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
what about massage envy?
You mean for $60 a month?
For $60 a month.
Or however much massage envy is. I know, something like that. Yeah, all those guys in there. Yeah.
Really?
Every one of them. See how
you guys are lying.
You hit the money line.
Not all of them.
All of them.
Look, it's
you can't say all.
This is where the rock gets unturned. There's a bunch of bugs under there. Oh my god, I didn't know that was. You know what I mean? This is the case,
and
it's being revealed today. Yeah.
Well, I'm just over everybody.
Done.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
done with men.
I think that again, like we kind of know this, but the truth is something that I don't know if women can handle the truth.
No, that's not true.
All right,
because this is going in one ear and out the other. You're gonna go to the same.
Because look, I even think that even
not.
you saying that it's not true is like part of the trying to go back over to the feel good world of lies,
right?
In a way. No.
Let me know if I'm wrong.
No, it's because you're two people, right, with two different opinions. I think that there's many opinions out there.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I think that women. And I'm not trying to like put you down or anything. I think that just women in general, I think that women go to the opinion argument to kind of throw smoke at it and then distribute it as like everyone has their own opinions and it really doesn't matter. It's all inclusive.
No, I think it's just perception on everything. Like the way you everyone's lived their life differently. You've lived your life a certain way to where you see men as that, right? You've lived your way to see women or men as one thing. It's perception. So it's the way you're living your life through your eyes. So you're seeing things in the way you would see. So that's how you've created your opinions and beliefs. Okay. But that doesn't mean in my life, all these people are doing this way because I have a different perception and different belief, right?
You're right. I think you're right. And I think that's the argument I'm actually making as well.
Also, it's creating your own reality of what you want.
Naive.
No.
It's called naive.
No.
It's called naive.
Manifesting.
Okay.
Or maybe it's not naive. It's almost maybe wanting to
wishing
go into
it was
that
a
world.
Different world.
Yeah.
Wishing
it was a different world. And
I think everyone can create their own reality.
Okay, well, I'm telling you true reality, okay?
Yeah,
factual, true reality.
Yeah.
And any guy that says, go ahead, let that guy massage you, he's just saying that to shut you up.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the deal.
Well, I don't think no one's ever said that. Every time I had a boyfriend, they'd be like, "Nah, I don't want."
I'm just saying other people. I'm not just
okay.
If the guy is like that, then that's what's happening.
or he's cheating on you,
Yeah, he doesn't
and
give a
he's
fuck.
talking
He's
to
like,
other girls
whatever.
behind your back.
Right.
It's the only way he's going to allow that.
Right.
The only possible way.
Mm-hmm.
What stigma do you think men have wrong about women?
Ooh, good
That's
question.
a good question.
Because we just broke down fucking how naive women are to death.
Okay. Maybe that all we want is, I think a lot of guys think that women just want money. I think that's a stigma. I don't think every woman wants just money.
I agree that not every woman wants money, but I'm going to say that most women want someone who has financial security because I think that financial security for guys, sex is like top priority almost. And then for women, it's financial security and then something else and then sex. Sex is like
Oh, wait,
third
I
for
actually have
them.
another one.
Or intimacy.
It's kind of like how you guys said, oh, like when my mom is coming at me, nagging. Women have a different perspective on it. It's mainly like, I'm trying to help you to make your life better. Like, I'm not trying to nag you, but I want to make your life better. Like, I care about you. I want to make your life easier. But to a guy, it's like, oh, she's nagging me. She thinks I can't do it. She thinks I can't do it on my own. She's like trying to bother me or thinks I, whatever. But it's actually not that. The girl knows you can do it, but she just wants to like help and like be supportive in a way, which we also don't understand that part where it's like you guys think that we think that you can't do it.
This is the part where the guy kind of has to understand that maybe if he did something wrong, if he did something that was maybe inadequate and she is trying to help him, it becomes the how you say it part. I know
I
yeah,
agree.
I know it's not, I know it's, we usually have to be the ones to be like, it's how we say it to women, but I think it's when you are complaining to a man, it is definitely how you say it to a man. It's only in the complaint department. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I agree with that. It's the way you say it. Because the man wants to feel still like he's like whatever.
And he wants to help. He's always primed to want to help the woman. But if she nags and almost cracks a whip at you about it, then it becomes hard to want to help.
Cracks a whip.
Yeah. When
What?
you crack a whip at it, it's hard
But
to
if
want to help.
men just understood that it's not coming from a point of like, oh, we think you can't do it yourself, we're just trying to help you, remind you, or whatever,
Right.
I will
then
say
I
this.
think that life would be easier.
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Breaking news, Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shave your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using code MSCS Media for 20% off and free shipping. No one likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to all the stubble trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a monster of fixing faces. First off, this cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard. No more messing around in drawers, this color one, that color one, all with one guard. Plus, it's waterproof, so you can shave in the shower and avoid all that hair in the sink. The Pro Kit doesn't end there, though. First, there's the beard shampoo and conditioner. You need to remember your hair is different. Next, Manscaped's beard oil. Cap it off with beard balm. The Pro Kit also comes with 3 different gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code MSCS Media at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code MSCS Media. Say this. My last relationship, women have a sixth sense. If I would have fucking listened,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah,
They-
Somehow,
yeah.
like, Tommy, this is not a good idea, blah, 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 blah. What do you know? You know, I mean, what do you know? I'm the
And I
one.
always say that.
they create life, man.
And
they got something. that they-
Lo
Right?
and
Oh my God,
behold.
finally, real men.
No, hey, look,
Finally.
I'm the first
Yeah.
one to admit it. I never listened, and every time she was right. Every single fucking time. Don't go there. Don't do this. He's going to screw you. No, he's not. Yeah,
That's
right.
the man in you.
180 grand gone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you women know. I will listen.
Yeah.
Even if you say it in a hard way or like a negative way, okay, I shouldn't
These
go.
days, yeah.
Okay, I'm
that
not
comes
going.
with experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also your frontal cortex is developed.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
That's very
Here's
good.
one you
Yeah.
talk about all the time. I know what your thought is. How about a woman making more than a man, in the sense that you're the breadwinner, okay,
Okay.
and your man is just kind of he's working at Domino's Pizza.
Ooh. Okay.
Are you okay with that from your perspective, or do you want him to be more? Maybe he's not going to make as much as you, but like, come on, dude, you're not working here.
Yeah. Okay. So from experience, I used to not care as much. I would be like, okay, I don't really care. Like, if they're not making as much money as me, especially because I'm young, a lot of guys aren't making that much money because they're still young or whatever. So I didn't really care about it because I do care more about like who you are type thing. But nowadays I'm kind of like, you know what? Like, I want somebody at least who can take care of themselves and some in a way. Not like if I'm like, oh, let's go to the movies and like I can't afford the movies, which would be like Domino's Pizza in a way because maybe his bills, maybe he can't do as much outside of bills type thing. At least a guy that can afford his bills and like some type of other things that is like for fun.
Yeah.
Want me to give him my list? Fucking bill.
A lot of bills. But yeah, I mean, like if you can't afford to go to the movies.
Because I know a guy. It's not me, and you know that. But
Okay.
there's a
It's not
guy-
me.
and not him.
I can
Not
tell you
anybody
my
else.
shit.
But
Jeez.
there's a guy that I know, and I won't bring his name up because he may watch it. But
Okay.
he comes to the gym, works out. I bullshit with him, talk to him. And I'm always like seeing like he's just around town. I'm like out working, I'll see him like, man, this guy doesn't fucking work. He's probably retired.
Okay.
Maybe he made a lot of money. He hit a stock. I don't know. He's done. I remember I had a conversation one day. I'm like, what do you do for a living? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, nothing. I'm like, did you win the lottery or something? he's like, no, my wife's the CEO of a big company.
Oh, boy.
They actually just moved. They got relocated to another state. But she's a CEO, so I just do the daddy duties,
Oh wow.
and she works. And I just find that
Great.
like I won't.
It's a
be able- I
culture
won't be able to do that.
stigma.
That's
right.
a cultural
Couldn't do it.
stigma, yeah.
I can understand. I feel like maybe because she's more the man, which is the stigma, like, oh, men are supposed to be that. She's more of that in the relationship, which is weird to people. But I mean, if it works, it works. Like maybe she doesn't have the time to take care of the kids, so she wanted to find somebody because she has her career first, which is like maybe changing the world or whatever. And she found somebody that is willing to sacrifice their career, because maybe they didn't have much going on anyway, to take care of her kids, which happens nowadays.
Yeah, that does happen. I think that eventually though, or either the man is such a man that she's letting him in departments where he can be a man, she's letting him be a man. Whereas
Being a dad is a man.
no, yeah, of course. I think that's probably where that apartment is, and he's raising the kids to be great.
Yeah.
Because I personally think men are better kid raisers, in my opinion.
Wow.
What?
I that's what I think. I think men raise kids much better than women can.
Wow.
All these daddy issues we got out here. What are you talking
That's
about?
a hot take right
That's
there.
a hot take.
That
yeah.
is
That's a strong one there, buddy.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Why? Go ahead.
The reason why is because
I don't know about
a man who is a man, a good man, is going to, let's say for the son is going to get the cold hard truth. He's not going to get any kind of like sugarcoats.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be, oh, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. The father's going to teach him to earn it on your own. So he's becoming a man already. If it was a woman, I'm going to do everything for you. It's okay. I'm going to do your laundry for you. All that's going to be ingrained in him. He's going to be, a weak man moving forward in his life. That's what single mothers do sometimes. For the daughter, if it's a good man, she's going to most likely save herself or look for a man that's just like him, which is, noble, not a bad guy, no tattoos or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but something that's going to, propel her forward in her kid's life or whatever. It's going to set her up for the future much better, in my opinion. But again, better is a subjective word. So, it's all opinions.
I think they
guess.
need both.
They need both for sure.
You do need both, yeah. But I think that if a man were to do it by himself, he would do it better than a woman by herself.
Huh. Wow, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It
I don't
yeah.
know.
Because
that's
there's-
a tough one.
Yeah, because
Tough.
discipline.
It depends on the
Yeah.
parenting skills.
I think, yeah, it does. But I think discipline is a part of raising, and I don't think that women
Yes.
give discipline
They
at all.
do not.
They
Right.
do. The only discipline I've had in my life has been from my stepmom.
Well, I think she's a
She's
man.
a woman. What? See?
Rare.
And
She's
then
like, what?
She's a man.
she's a man because she knows how to discipline. Like, see, that's the stigma again.
See, now me, I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. I'd work 27 fucking jobs because say you did your thing. Okay, you do your thing on the side for fun, whatever. You know, whenever you feel like it, whenever you want, make as much money, go on your yachts. I don't care, whatever. But you're the woman.
Yeah.
One day you have a kid. You're there to nurture the kid.
Yeah.
I go to work. I come home because I agree with Wally. Women have a tough time disciplining the kid. When dad comes home, eat the fucking plate, put the plate
Finish
the fuck
your
away.
food.
Yeah, finish your food, put the plate. Nope, you're not having candy, this, that, the other. But for me, I would want the girl that I'm with to do what she wants, like not work full-time job, whatever. If you want to go do your mile, you want to go, do whatever, you do that on the side, like whenever you want to. But I'll handle the rest.
Yeah.
I blow my head off any other way.
Oh.
And stats show, like all the way through, women that wait forever to have kids and they put their career first at 50,
Oh, yeah,
they're all
They
fucked
become
up.
sad, yeah.
Yeah,
Extreme, like depression rates throughout the
Yeah.
roof because they put all their time into their career and everything else. But when you go back to, and I don't mean to sound weird, but like evolution, everything, you're meant to reproduce and nurture. And when you go the career path with nowadays like stigma that, women should be CEOs and all this other stuff, which nothing against it,
Yeah, nothing. I don't-
but I mean, I don't know.
That's one thing that I think that we should add on to the advice. That is the single for a while kind of advice,
Yeah. And
If you go that far. To 50, yeah. If you go that far, yeah, you gotta be single for a while.
I don't think you can even wait till 50 to have a kid. I mean,
Yeah, by that time your eggs are kind of gone. You might not be able to have kids. You probably can. I don't know.
But then again, there are women that are sad that they didn't live the career they wanted, the dreams that they had. Because why is it like, oh, women can't have dreams? Only men have dreams. Their dream is to have a kid. What
Yeah,
if
but-
you don't want a kid?
I think men and women's dreams are different.
well, what I mean is at some point, so say at 35,
Yeah.
you do your thing, you mess around, you do whatever you do. And then
Yeah.
at some point in your life, you'll grow up a little bit and you'll be like, okay,
I mean, I want kids.
yeah.
But I think you'll find some people. Like I know
No,
a
yeah.
couple that they're both of them, the man and the lady. They're older now. They don't have kids, and they've said to me like, "We never wanted kids." It's nothing against kids; they don't hate kids.
Yeah.
like we never wanted them. So
Some people just
are
don't.
like,
My uncle
"I don't
never
want kids. I mean, I find it weird, but
Well, they wanted to travel and not have
Yeah.
to maybe travel
Yeah.
and not have to deal with that.
Also, if you think about it, like how society's going, a lot of people don't want kids anymore because
Yeah.
of like everything happening.
Ooh, I got
and
something to say about that.
which they're doing on purpose.
vaccines and all these things. Like it's kind of
Yeah, they were
Scary to
giving
have
the
a kid.
fucking vaccine to pregnant women.
population control.
No one,
Yeah.
population.
knowing we had what Amy and she had all the Pfizer documents that the FDA they were forced to release, all of them. Fucking-
Right. So
fucking wild.
So I was listening to this really, really, really old recording. It was, I think it was like the 1970s or 50s or 60s or something like that. But it was this guy talking about how the future was going to be, and we kind of are in it right now. But he was talking about how population is going to make it harder for people to find jobs. It's going to be... It starts off with the jobs. When people are trying to look for jobs and it's hard, that's when the population is a problem. When you are trying to find a relationship and it's really hard and it's so many people to choose from, that becomes a population issue. And I think this population control issue, or this population issue, or this dating issue is based off of our population. We're kind of doing it to ourselves because of how many people there are on the planet. Maybe not on the planet, maybe in America. But I feel that, and this is going to sound like a hot take, but maybe
Hot take.
population control is kind of the solution.
What? Well, apparently Earth was only supposed to have like max amount of people, whatever. It was like 300,000.
I mean,
Like
who,
Earth
who makes that mark?
wait,
though?
Earth naturally can only like keep alive like I think 300,000 people or something like that.
But you know,
We have, like-
who makes that mark? Who says that? Oh, we should have this many people. I know that this might be a hidden board of people who can't be known, because if they are known, then the whole population would come in on them and kill them, because they're killing the population off.
That's
Vaccines.
not that crazy to think that. We talked about stuff like this.
About
Well,
what?
my opinion, based on like super smart guys that are way smarter than me, is they're definitely doing population control. They're
Yeah.
trying to, like the social media, everything, so people stop having kids.
Yeah.
Birth rate's already down. The vaccine, we already know what that did. There's proof of that. You can't fucking
Yeah.
deny it.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I hope neither of you got it. If you got it, I don't know what to tell you.
I have the first one.
You better look up the batch.
Yeah.
You can see
Ooh,
the batch number, and it will tell you
I
the
told
likelihood
you.
of
I
dying.
told you.
Dying when?
It's 7 to 15 years from the. Well, it could be 3, but depending on what batch you got,
Yeah.
Oh,
It shortens
how do
your
you know what
lifespan.
batch you got?
you go. There's a website. The lady I had on 2 weeks ago, there's a website. You can contact your doctor or whoever did it, get the batch, and all the batches were different.
Yeah.
Out there,
Because-
left out, remember?
Yeah, because some guys, like the guy who was driving it, would stop at the gas station and it would get warm.
certain temperatures.
So the potency would go down. So all the batches have different side effects. Some are stroke, some are autism, some are
What?
all kinds of shit.
Guillain-Barré syndrome.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just ignore that. That's not true.
Well, you should
Hey.
just be aware of it. Our friend Chris Podfest got it. He's like, you guys' age.
I feel healthier than ever.
Full.
Yeah.
So did he.
I haven't
Yeah.
been sick.
So did he.
It's gonna
Boom.
be swimming in your
Clogged
bloodstream. It's
He
gonna be
died?
swimming in your bloodstream.
No,
It's
we
gonna
got
accumulate.
Peter
and
came and
do
helped him.
Yeah.
Peter McCullough came and helped him.
Oh, so he's alive.
But he wouldn't be if we didn't know Peter McCullough.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they don't do the autopsy. They just mark it as whatever. Proof. It's crazy. But
I'm healthy.
so I think they're trying to do the population control so that then they, and they say AGI, it's artificial God intelligence, where, to make a long story short, you put your finger on the thing, you want Pam Anderson here, she comes in, fucks you really think it's her. It's hooked up to the quantum computer.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, for real.
You mean the metaverse or the?
No. You put your thing in, like when you go to the doctor and they take your oxygen,
Yeah.
okay? You put your finger in there and it fires signals to your brain, not the Neuralink.
Oh my goodness.
say-
The documents.
Wait, I want to hear it.
Go
To
ahead.
the documents, and then this guy, Ben Son, who's
So
probably
you
dead.
put your thing and then what?
And say you want to fuck Leo tonight,
Okay.
Leo DiCaprio, right? He will walk in this door. It's not a hologram. Looks like him. Cracks open a drink with you because this thing is firing a signal to your brain, giving you
To
an
make you believe that?
alternative reality that's hooked up to a quantum computer, not the one you see one the size of the World Trade Center. You do it. Now, you want to, whatever you want, you have. Now, there's no reason to be in a relationship because you can have whoever you want. You can have her do
You have
whatever
a fake
she wants.
relationship, basically.
But you can't tell it's fake. You can feel her. Like you cry, like you hand her this, you can feel her touch.
So what about to other people that don't have it? He's gonna look at you, right? Let's say you have the thing and you're with Pam Anderson.
He doesn't see her.
He can look at you, so you're just like looking like you're having sex with nobody.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Now that could, but take that further. That's just the sex part of it. With the
Killing.
depopulation,
Oh,
you could do. It will send you anywhere you want because it's firing up. Meanwhile, then the government gives you a phone. They pay your bill. They pay your rent. They pay your electric. All that shit. One world currency. Blah blah blah. Slowly, the lower class, the middle class becomes extinct because there's no more kids. Nobody's having sex. It just slowly dies
why is
out.
nobody having sex?
Because they can have anybody that they want.
So they're not.
So they don't need to argue
I
with
feel
you
like
everything.
that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, I could show you paperwork
I saw
after
the
this.
doc-
No,
Gonna
maybe
happen.
I
that's
saw
real, but I don't think that people are gonna really stop having real social interactions. There's a lot of people like us, maybe
But
that
you
don't care to
can't-
do that.
We don't, but you
There's
can't.
there's
The
a
next
population
generation
that
That's
doesn't
small.
want to.
trying
Yeah,
to
small.
do it.
Right.
They'll
They're,
be
they're
they'll be-
built in their phone already. So they're
Right.
already just,
Well, then those are the best people. The what is that one term? It's like survival of the fittest.
Okay, so we survive.
Okay.
But most don't.
right.
And that brings in the room for the robots that can work for free. They're already built. You refix them, and now you have the elite, the few that don't go for it, that aren't into it, and that's what's left.
go back
Correct.
to 1980. I think we should. I like 1980.
Yeah.
1980, yeah. The 80s.
But that's what's coming. That's what's coming.
Will I be alive during that time?
When this comes, what do you say?
I think
27.
the technology is being developed.
When is
for
that
it.
supposed to come out?
27 is the quantum.
2027?
Yeah, it'll be in your lifetime.
Yeah.
They already have the thing done. They just need to hook it up to the.
So how
quantum
can you
computer.
get this? You have to buy it?
I mean, they'll probably hand it to you. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you'll see.
What about Neuralink?
Neuralink, I think. Well, that's another thing. You know, again, I as I told you, Elon's the arm that nobody's looking at. He's with the Al Gore, the Obama, the Black Rocks, the Bank of America, the hedge funds. No offense, Israel, all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have Jewish friends, by the way.
I'm
just saying
Israel
that.
isn't even, it doesn't mean, because I'm not from Israel. So.
I don't know. I just know Israel Jewish.
Yeah,
friends.
fam.
I'm just saying I'm cool with everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But, you know,
Yeah.
and Elon's in that. He buys fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
He's coming out with the phone. He's got the rocket. He's got the car. He's building tunnels. He's doing all this shit. Now he's going to put a chip in your brain at some point.
Yep.
Now, who controls that chip?
Elon.
The agenda.
Right.
So the agenda is the elite people.
Whoever.
The agendas are the ones who come up with this woke thing, who come up with this vaccine to kill everybody, that all these tin hat conspiracies that turn out to be real. That's the agenda. The whole
Globalist.
Me Too bullshit, the BLMCKIGHLY,
Right.
and then you get an African American on here, a very famous one, many of them, and they're like, I don't even know. That was ever racist to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just stigma bullshit.
Didn't you say that too?
What?
No one's really been like racist to you?
No, yeah. I've barely gotten anything kind of racist. When someone was being racist to me, I didn't believe it. I thought this guy was joking. I'm like, I was laughing with him.
Oh, really?
And he was serious.
Oh.
And then he walked out of his gas station. It was a while ago, a long time ago actually. But
they show their.
I didn't feel anything because I was like, wow, that was rare.
Yeah.
You know.
But
I
it's
mean,
like
yeah, we all deal with that.
right, if somebody
Being
calls me-
Jewish or being blonde.
or like I could call like a wetback. You know, that's the Italian. Right? I don't
Exactly.
give a shit. Okay, I'm a wetback. Big deal.
Yeah,
Like
greasy
Big-
Italian over
greasy Italian. You know.
Like, how much pasta you eat today?
Yeah. Oh my God! You know, you're
Have a
racist.
meatball.
You're racist. You fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's such bullshit. But that's what they're pushing, the divide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you get more divide.
I think they're trying to divide men and women.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
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 Well,
I
agree
think
with
that's
that.
one of the cases, and I think the takedown of the Tates are part of the trying to.
Well,
divide
I don't
women.
know, because I think at the same time, I think Andrew Tate made it in a way to where
Add fire to the flame.
to add fire to making men not want to date women.
Did you get a
I
tattoo
think-
of Tate?
It was fake.
Oh, I thought that was. Oh, fuck. Tony thought that was real.
No, it was fake. It was fake. He asked me if it was real, and I was like, no, it's fake. And he's like, cool, I'll post it, pretend it's real. I'm like, yeah.
Just Tony, our booking guy is really close with them.
Yeah.
And he's like, ask her if you want to. I'm like,
Yeah, you can ask me.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's because I was on the podcast with him, and then I had a friend that had a tattoo shop, and they were like, for a video, my manager at the time was like, oh, you should get like a fake tattoo of somebody, because this girl got a tattoo of Harry Styles' face and like went viral. So I was like, who should I get? And I'm like, wait, Andrew Tate's the name. It'd be so like controversial.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And it was. Oh my God, I got a lot of like hate in the DMs too from like girls being like, oh my God, da da da, you know?
What's your thoughts on the Tate brothers?
Honestly, I think there's a lot of truth in what they say, just like how there's like good and bad with everybody. I think there's a lot of truth in what they say. But at the same time, I do think a lot of the things he might say will divide men and women too. You know what I mean? As in like, I don't know like what, off the top of my head, what he said, but there's like certain things that kind of just like, it's like, oh, a woman should not have Instagram. If she has an Instagram account, she's probably a whore, da da da. You know what I mean? Which like makes me look bad.
But probably. You missed the piece of probably.
But then you think everyone else is thinking that. They're like, oh, wait, he's so right. This guy who's rich and successful and hot or whatever with a cigar in his mouth and has Bugattis, I'm going to take his advice. So it's like they're going to take that advice and not
And then
think
take it
about.
home.
Well, I think that's
that's
why.
true.
But that's like the world we live in now, right? Like
Yeah.
even with politics, like you gotta read between the lines.
Yeah.
Not everything the guy says is correct, or this guy says, or this guy says, but it's extreme.
Yeah,
for
it's
a
not-
lot
And
of-
people are like obsessed with him.
Hold on.
I'll take
Yeah.
it.
People are like literally obsessed with him. Like dudes, guys are like obsessed with him.
Tate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'll like just be doing interviews and we talk about Andrew Tate sometimes, and they're like, yeah, oh my god, like it's like their idol, you know.
Yeah, it's because a lot of guys didn't have fathers.
So it's like their fake father figure.
That's their internet father.
Now, what stigma do you guys think that women have wrong about men?
That all men cheat?
Let
Maybe
me
I
ask
don't
you.
think all men cheat.
I'll ask you first. What do you think?
So a stigma that women have about men. I think that women think that guys are always having sex. that any guy, it's like, oh, he can get another girl like I can. It's not like that. Yeah.
And you think every guy cheats?
No, I'm saying girls think every guy cheats, but not every guy's cheating.
I think that's the same thing that I'm saying basically, but
Okay.
but the thing is every guy you see is not like going out smashing all the time. They're not like getting it in. They probably have gone maybe a whole year without having sex, a whole couple months without having sex. Whereas a girl, she probably had sex last week, last month, or last year, whatever it is. It's literally frequent, but it's usually with the guys that are like top dog. Most guys aren't top dog, so that guy is not getting it.
I used to think that. I used to think every guy cheated.
Really?
Yeah, I used to think every guy did. Or he's doing something, or if he's not physically doing it, he's doing it some way. Some way, some. What do you think, Rob?
The stigma?
Yeah.
Oof, that's a tough one.
It's not that tough.
What do women think like what guys do?
Like, what do you think women have wrong about men?
Men are simple.
You got me there, man. Let me think about it. Give me 2 minutes. Just keep talking.
I learned that men are very simple.
Simple.
Our needs are simple. Our needs are simple, yeah. We are complex creatures just like women are. However, the needs in a relationship is simple. But when it comes to other things, there might be some complexity and shades of gray, whatever. But because we have to understand that for women, because women are complex, we have to understand you guys, but you don't have to understand us. So to attract us.
I think we need to all understand each other.
Yeah. But I think the average girl who's probably like naive or whatever it is, like she can go ahead and find a guy, whereas a guy who can't be naive, he has to know his game and get that girl. If the guy's naive, he's not going to be attracted to her.
And I think women have a time limit. I don't think guys do.
Right.
Because
Well,
I think
our time limit is longer.
Maybe guys don't have feelings.
Like way
maybe
longer.
I don't know. You know, you feel like
It can be 60.
I go to my dad, right? We always talk about my dad, but like my dad's 82 years old, and I never saw him cry. Never seen my father cry.
Wow.
And he's just that old school. You don't show your emotion.
Yeah.
Like that. Men have emotion. Maybe women sometimes don't think men have emotion. What's that? Maybe
They might just be
Oh,
hiding
that's
it.
one.
Maybe.
That's
I'm not
one.
saying I'm sitting there crying or doing any of that type of stuff, but like we do have emotions.
We just don't emote
We
like
do.
you do.
Correct.
Don't emote
Correct,
the
yeah.
emotions.
That would be a good way to say it.
We just don't do it like you do. We're feeling the same level of intensity of that feeling of wanting to cry, but we don't cry because we understand that we have to be the rock, the leader in this whole thing.
But we're not
Let's move
okay
forward.
sometimes. We don't show it.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Our pain is prolonged, whereas the girl, she cries and gets it out right then and there, and she can move on.
Which is why
Whereas
there's more
guys,
suicide
prolonged.
rates in men.
Yeah. Wait, what? Say again.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Google
suicide
that.
rates?
Google that.
There's more suicide rates in men, but then again, people think that it's because men are less scared to do it, so they're more likely to like. Am I allowed to say things like this?
Say anything you want.
Okay. They're more likely to like have a gun and like shoot themselves, right? Or jump off a building. But women are like, oh, they'll do pills or something and it might not work.
Right. Yeah. Women take themselves out with an overdose usually. Right. I think in most cases.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
a guy.
It's easier to like take pills and shoot yourself.
Men are successful with killing themselves, whereas women are not successful with killing themselves.
Is it true, the fact?
In 2021,
Pull that up there.
Yep.
And we had this one.
I just want to make sure I'm right.
We talked to somebody, and a guy jumped off a building. Let's read this first. Read this here.
Yeah,
Rob.
3 point.
Right here, I'll go to this part in 20. Where was it? How did I miss it?
Oh, see, there you go. See, I was right. Women are roughly 3 times more likely to attempt suicide, though men are 2 to 4 times more likely to die by suicide. So women are trying to commit suicide, but it doesn't work. And also they have more of a support system. So let's say like they're probably not living alone or something like that. So somebody comes home and finds them right away. Like a man, it's more likely for them to just be able to actually die through it.
Hang there and just stay there.
Yeah.
Whereas
So wait, but is it saying that women are attempting it more?
No, I don't. And men died by suicide. I mean, women are trying to kill themselves too. But.
Yeah.
See who type in who attempts suicide more, men or women. Do it through Google though.
What is this app?
Bing has AI.
Brave. Go to google.com and do it.
Okay.
Oh, this is AI?
No, this is
no.
Brave.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to know this because they'll lie. How often do women think about sex? Like guys, I mean, that's...
We know that.
Yeah, we already know.
We know.
I mean, honestly, not a lot.
No?
Not a lot. I mean, I guess it depends on the woman. For me, like, no, I'm celibate. So, like, I'm not thinking about it. But, I mean, I guess it just depends. Like, for me, like, I'm not thinking about... Unless I have a boyfriend. If I have a boyfriend and, like, you know, I'm into him, then, yeah, I'm thinking about it with him. But if I'm, like... You know, just like walking around, there's hot guys. I'm not looking at them like, damn, I want to fuck that. Like, I would not think that at all. I wouldn't. Or if, like, I'm just thinking, like, it doesn't just come up. You know what I mean? Unless I have a boyfriend. If I have a boyfriend, yeah. But if I'm single and I don't like somebody, unless I like somebody, I have to, like, actually like them. But that's just me. I know a lot of girls are different. But
Is that in that Mars and Venus book, probably? That's got to be.
I haven't gotten there yet.
You haven't gotten there yet?
This one says that well known that women are more likely to attempt suicide than men. So I'm guessing they try, but they don't finish the. I'm not saying sounding bad here.
So, like, the statistics show that men end up dying more, though.
Because I'm guessing because of a weapon's probably involved, that a gun.
Yeah.
They probably, you know, I hate to talk about that stuff, but I'm sure that's what.
So more women try to kill themselves,
But they're not successful.
Oh, that's
but not
kind of
successful.
crazy.
But less men do, but they're more
More
successful.
die, yeah, more
successful.
die, yeah.
I'm gonna add on to that, and I think that women kind of attempt those things for theatrics. Let's say maybe 9% attempt it for
I mean,
theatrics.
same with men, too, though.
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Just
I
like
mean,
men that do mass
I
shootings.
think it's just serious. Yeah. Okay. Well, mass.
It's a
shootings.
cry for help at the end of the day.
Why is it always white dudes though?
Always white dudes.
Well, yeah.
There's been a
it's not-
few.
yeah, there's been a few black guys, black
Really?
kids. Yeah, but they haven't made the news because they're black.
No, they have made the news.
Yeah.
There was a Spanish one not that long ago.
There was a black guy like shot up at school.
I think it was.
I just feel like it's.
I think it was school. Yeah,
Very rare though.
very rare.
Wonder
Yeah.
why that
a
is.
church.
al-
A church.
always
It was a
fucking-
church.
Wonder why
Not a
it's always
school.
white people.
crazy
I
white.
wonder
Let me
why-
tell you what it
I
is.
think
No, it's not. It's not. Well, I think it's because they don't have girlfriends, and I'm gonna take this out of the Tate book. I think school shooters are because women aren't looking in their neighborhood for their boyfriends like they were back in the past. They're looking on Instagram and they're going somewhere else. And so when a kid is born in a place, he has horrible parents, and those parents don't prime him to get a girlfriend, and then that turns into resentment toward girls, and girls didn't like him, and then he.
But how is that about like black versus white?
Oh well, I'm just telling you how school shooters.
No, but we were like, why? We wonder why it's usually white people.
Well, I just think it's the neighborhood, and plus the fact that I think black men are more desired these days.
Really?
I feel like I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like
I don't think it's about that.
it's like white and black, and then everything else.
I think. Okay, so this is my fucked up opinion. I think it's because one, they had a bad childhood.
Yeah.
Dad beat the shit out of them. Mom beat the shit out of them. Neglected them. Something happened that when they grew up, they got like that. Or, you know, usually, the black person there's always black guys at school that are so fucking good at sports. All right.
Yeah.
They just always are.
Right.
All right. And then they hang out with other black people. Right.
Yeah,
So like
they got friends.
the running back that's fucking killing it. The guy who's scoring 20 points. You know what I
True.
mean?
Sports. It comes back.
Yeah, it comes back to
Yeah.
he
Play
you look
sports.
up-
Play sports.
Can you look up what ethnicity commits suicide more?
Yeah.
That's kind of.
You know, then you have the black guy that can eat a cheeseburger 7 times a day,
And they
has-
never-
and they ripped as hell.
Ripped. Like you worked out for a year and this is what
Yeah, I
you got
know.
to.
That's what I'm
I've
talking
been working out
about.
for like 6 years. Like
And they're jacked like you lift like a 2-pound.
they got nice
dumbbell.
skin.
Nice, yeah, no wrinkles.
Everything is great.
right.
Yeah.
And
You're
then,
blessed. You're blessed.
And then you, right? Like say in school, you're gonna hang out with other black guys, even the fat dorky one that didn't get the moonwalk
Yeah,
genetics.
because it's like a
and
culture thing where they stick together.
stick together, right? And
White people are
who can
rude.
dance?
Yeah.
Who can dance? Okay,
Yeah.
there ain't no white guy that can fucking dance like a black.
Right.
It just ain't
can't.
happen,
Guys,
right?
dance.
Nobody could jump like black guys, other than the guy that just won the slam dunk contest.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, I
that
saw
was
that
some
one.
shit.
Yeah, that was
But
crazy.
he's like 1 in a million, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got talent.
So even if there's an African American kid that had a rough growing up,
Yeah.
he's still with the popular
You're
black
right.
kid,
He's
right?
got
I
like
see what you
friends
mean.
and like a community.
He's got a community he can go
To
to.
go to.
That's true. White people don't really have.
And if he's in the hood, if
He's
he's in the
got-
He's got
hood
more of a community.
and he's selling drugs or
making
whatever,
money.
he's got a family.
Got a
That's his
family.
family,
Yeah,
right?
you're
And and although he's doing something illegal, they're keeping his mind.
Mind off
Somewhere
of like
else.
the
He
Productive,
has
at
someone.
least.
In the
Yeah.
white area,
yeah.
you're shitted on as a kid
Yeah.
at home. Then you go to school. Now you're picked on at school.
You try to go to
Yeah.
the gangs. The gangs don't want you.
The gangs don't want you. You can't jump. You can't do shit.
Yeah.
You know. And now you're getting picked on by the popular white kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it. I was an asshole. I threw cupcakes and all that shit and
Oh,
lunch.
cupcake. At least cupcake.
No, I don't know. If I was,
At least it's a cupcake.
you know. But so now you're getting beat down, and
Yeah.
they pop.
Mm.
And once that trigger snaps, so now you got beat when you grew up by your parents, or even just neglected, or whatever it may be, or you didn't live up to what they wanted
Yeah.
you to be. In school, you're picked on because you're the
Yeah.
kid that doesn't look right. You don't see, as a girl, you don't see a 10 going in there shooting up a school.
No.
Okay.
It's usually the ugly dudes.
An ugly guy who's staring at
Transgender
But
or
also,
something.
but also kids now, like we say all the time. I'm like, I'm not that old either, but you go back and you look, you're like, you just had tougher skin. Like,
Yeah.
you're fat. Cool, thanks, man. Like,
That's
you
right.
got pimples on your face. Cool, awesome. Whatever it is. Yeah, it hurt still, right?
hmm
But like, you just sort of like, yeah,
You learn to.
fuck you, like, fuck off. Now it's like,
They
at
go
school,
cry.
At school they get told, but sometimes too, at school you get told you're fat. Okay, great, I'm fat. And then they go home and they're on their phone and someone took a picture of them and they posted it on
Yeah.
social media, so they never escape it. So they're like constantly stuck in this.
Cyberbullying.
I guess the threshold for having thicker skin is just higher now.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
to
and
have
also
thicker
with
skin.
like online stuff, like there's a phone in between, so it's like you can say anything you want without any consequence. You know,
and then it never goes away.
never goes away either. Yeah.
There
Did
was
you
that
did you
girl-
find that?
No, I can't find it with the ethnicity.
Really?
One said Asian, but this isn't right. This-
Well, because in Japan they commit suicide a lot.
And it's legal. So
It's legal anywhere, isn't it?
well, no,
That's
I
a
don't
good
think so. There's assisted suicide, but I think it's like encouraged or it's part of the culture
Yeah.
to
No, I
like, kill
watched the
yourself in the
thing.
forest.
It's because in the forest, yeah, because they work like extreme hours.
Oh, yeah.
Extreme. So like how we have a 9 to 5, you're not supposed to work more than that. They work like 20
30 hours.
hours. Yeah.
And this is a chart. This shows suicide rates for men,
White.
right?
White.
White, African, American Indian.
Let's see.
Wow.
What?
Wow,
Indian
Native
Wow.
Americans.
Looks like it's the highest. Blacks only 11.4.
Damn. Wow.
Hispanics pretty low too.
Suicide rates for
see,
women, it's mainly American Indian.
Yeah, same again.
Yeah, and I think it's because
Wow,
they
that's
don't have a
big fucking
community.
gap.
What does 11 mean?
Suicide rate per 100,000 population. They're not a per 100,000 population. So for every
11.
100,000, I guess.
11
That's a
people?
lot, though. When you think about it, that's 11 out of 100,000 killing themselves. That's a lot.
That's a lot?
Well, I mean, think about it. Yeah,
A year. That's
I
a year,
wonder
right?
why the
Yeah.
American Indians.
That's a year.
Wow.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, American Indian. I don't even think I know anyone American
look at-
Indian.
I think it's because they don't have a community like the rest of them.
Hispanic is the least, huh?
yeah, they don't do that shit. They just go to work.
Yeah.
Now go back up, Rob. Now look at what's interesting. The purple is 99. Okay, you see how low, how much lower it was?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2017, all the social
higher.
media, everything,
Social
Boom.
media has a
It
big
increased.
factor on it. Yeah.
It
big time,
increased.
almost double, triple.
Huge.
Wow.
I mean, social media has to have a direct effect.
100%, yeah.
Social
Because
media
there's
amplifies,
kids committing suicide now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Like-
sad. That's sad.
especially the ones that are transgender and all that.
yeah. What do you think about all that going on? What about? Because I mean, hey, you got your new show. I mean, that's definitely
Hey.
gonna come up.
Yeah, definitely.
Pull back
yeah.
up their YouTube so I get some traction. On that.
So I'm not against.
that's cool what you guys are doing. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's different.
So yeah, I'm not against transgender people. I just don't want them to put that toward kids. I don't think kids should be
Yeah.
able to even think about that. just for the simple fact that their brains are being molded right now. And I didn't know the gravity in which a child's mind is molded until like I realized how much trauma I had as a kid, and I'm still dealing with these traumas and how it makes me behave to this very day. And I'm like, wow, this is really jacking up kids for the future.
And they're going into like kids in elementary school behind the parents' back and saying, hey, like, do you think maybe you're a girl?
Yeah.
And then the fucking surgeon's going in and cutting their dick off and shit.
That's a fucked up. That's why I say, like,
it's like, what?
If you turn, you have to be 18 to legally buy cigarettes, right? You have to be 21 to legally drink alcohol, right?
To rent a car, it's 25.
To get a tattoo legally, I think it's 18 legally.
Yeah.
Right? But you're saying it's okay for a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old to say, you know what, I want to be a woman and I want to get the surgery. I don't think that's right. I think, you know what, when you turn 18, if you want to be a woman and turn yourself into a man, I think that's fine. Hey, be my guest.
I don't even think at 18.
But
yeah,
you know,
in my opinion.
But that's fine. But I'm saying, but when you get to a certain age, do whatever you want to do. But you have a 5-year-old telling you this. I mean, if you played with Barbies as a 5-year-old, does that mean you're a girl? I mean, I had 2 older sisters.
Yeah.
Barbies.
Like I used Barbies to like destroy with my
took their clothes off, you know. And
you know what I mean? Like played with it, you know, like mysterious thing, whatever.
I don't know. I think it's kind of confusing. I don't know like where it stems from because I don't know if it is an actual like thing where they're born with it. But then again, there are people that are born with like having like fantasies of killing somebody. You know what I mean? It's like
my whole thing with the born thing.
Yeah.
Where was that 50 years ago? Like you say, I was born this, I was born that. Well, that didn't exist 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe you had thoughts and that was just the process of going through puberty or whatever. But how are you born with it? Because that never even existed.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
If that's really what you wanted to be 50, 60, 70 years ago, and you're a guy, and maybe you did have those thoughts, but there was nobody like encouraging it.
That's the thing. That's why people never came out, though.
Well, they never came out, but yet they ended up going and being landscapers or fucking builders or whatever.
And then they ended up transitioning now.
Well, I mean,
when they had kids and married.
I mean, the ones that croaked that are dead by now. You know, so say you were born in 1920, you know what I mean, and you're dead now. So what is different between 1920 and now?
Technology.
Technology. But from 1920 to say 1990, okay, that gives you what, 80 years? You're probably gone. Okay, hopefully not, but you're probably gone.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a thought. So maybe you had that thought of being a guy or girl.
Yeah.
But then you ended up being working in a salon or doing whatever, you know, girls do.
Yeah,
or
you default back to your role, your regular role.
You just had that thought, you know.
I think it's just like a thought.
I think.
But some people really feel like they're a woman or a man. Because, okay, so like someone in my family, I'm not going to like pinpoint who, but I had somebody in my family who was married for like 20 years. They had kids, you know, they were married, like they were a man. And then someone in my family, I don't want to like pinpoint because I don't want to be like, I don't know, never know. The wife in my family started finding or like losing some of her stuff, like her like underwear or like makeup, and then started like being like, what, where's all my stuff going? Didn't think of it as anything until she went into his like man cave thing and found a lot of like women's like extra tall clothes and things like that, and ended up now he's fully transgender, and he's fully out, left his kids and wife.
But maybe that person just needed help. Maybe just some therapy. Maybe something went wrong in the brain, and just if they would have gotten some real therapy, maybe that would have stopped. And if they're happy, hey, look, I don't care. I don't give a shit. We're just talking about like, are you born with it or not?
Yeah.
If you chose to do that, I'm all for it. If you're happy, no problem with it. I have nothing against it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just talking about like born or not.
Yeah. I think if you do have that thought, definitely seek help first. Seek
before leaving your fucking kids and
before like leaving your kids and ruining your life in a way. You know what I mean? And then.
Well, I think too they get kids at a young age, right? And you're confused, right? If girls don't like me, right? I'm ugly. Or boys don't like me, I'm ugly. And the only people that show you affection are women.
Yeah.
or men, vice versa, or you know, I think I'm more of a woman than I have, you know, those traits. Maybe I'm, I don't know, whatever it may be. And at that young age, like Wally's saying, your brain's like a sponge.
Molding.
You have no idea. That's what I'm saying. I think the conversation that has to be had, and everybody makes it such like this thing.
Yeah.
Again, you get to a certain age, fine. Be my guest. We say it all the time. I have nothing against it. Do your thing, man.
Yeah, and I have a theory as well. Have you heard of astrazine?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, it's in like,
What is that?
It's in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, it's making
No, it's
people
not a theory.
gay.
It's true.
Yeah,
And
so
the vaccines that they're giving to kids.
So it's good to drink spring water.
It depends. Hotel.
So just like how you said, when a guy is not getting attention from girls and he's probably getting attention from guys, or like, you know, just kind of like, oh, friendly love, and you know, it's much more easier to talk to your guy friends or whatever it is, and then there's astrazine put into that. I feel like that encourages the switch in the brain to be attracted to men, and that's what happens to gay people. I think that's what happens to kids.
Yeah.
And that's why they want to get them so young.
It does. It does. There's studies. There's like if you go on NCBI, anybody who doubts it, you're 100% right. There's 300,000 case studies and vaccines.
So what water is good for you then?
No, yeah, but there's certain water that has traces of astrazine in it. It's hard to detect, but over time, if you keep, you know, drinking that same kind of water, it's going to start changing the biology in your brain, and that's going to cause you to be more attracted to the opposite sex. You'll be gender fluid, and that's why they're encouraging all this whole gender fluid thing, because when kids are drinking this water, they'll be more encouraged because they taught it in school. And again, more population control, they won't populate. They won't go into having kids.
And some are
And
more
people have kids.
susceptible. More
susceptible or whatever.
yes to it than others. So when they did the study, they compared it to basically water, any type of water in a plastic bottle versus well water.
Yeah. Really?
And the well water, there was absolutely none.
Yeah.
Like from the ground.
Right.
The plastic, every
Bad.
single
I don't drink
one.
plastic water anymore. I try not to.
And then on top of that, the vaccines that they give you when you're a kid, all the mercury that's in it, all this other shit, which mercury is worse than fucking lead.
Yeah.
So it's like shooting that into you. And what that does is it just fucks everything up.
Ask about the deodorant.
Oh,
Deodorant?
yeah, the aluminum in deodorant. You know, like antiperspirant. Yeah, fucking guy. Dyslexic from. I can say everything fine until I did a podcast. Yeah, the aluminum in deodorant, that'll fuck you up. It'll give you cancer, 100%.
Oh, so how do you know it has no aluminum?
It will say no aluminum. Yeah.
Does
So
Secret have it?
any antiperspirant has it in it. Yeah.
Oh, no
Yep.
way.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how they keep it, because the aluminum blocks you from sweating or anything, but that aluminum goes into your blood and it gets in.
It goes into your blood. It's not
Yeah.
even in
And
your
into
body
your
though. It's
brain.
on your skin.
It
it's
gets
deep
through
for
your
your blood.
pores.
Yeah, it goes inside and then goes to your bloodstream and then goes to your brain.
And then it goes into the brain cavity where all your blood
Well, that's
is.
even like the
We're all gonna die.
the shampoos and all that. You know, you don't even realize what's in some shampoos.
Yeah, and skincare and makeup.
Yeah,
People use makeup. It's in our pores.
I think the
Is
reason
that
why
why women die fast? I don't know.
yeah, I think the reason why so many people are kind of messed up, we have this whole like LGBTQ like movement and whole thing, and it's more at a rise right now, is because we're being faced with every single product we're using has some kind of chemical thing that changes our brain chemistry.
Yeah.
Every single thing. It's even your phone, the SR
radiation.
rating on your phone,
Yeah.
the radiation, the food, the plastic, all that.
You know Okeechobee Steakhouse, right?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, it's a very popular steakhouse right now. Rob, tell this episode is sponsored by Aurora. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is? For years, this crime rate has been surging and affecting millions of Americans. I'm talking about identity theft, and there's a new victim every 14 seconds. Yet despite this, those who have had their identity stolen are often shocked when it happens. That's why I'm excited to partner with Aurora, who is sponsoring this video. Aurora is identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, password management, and antivirus software all into one easy-to-use app. Their VPN allows you to stay anonymous online by keeping your browsing history and personal information safe and encrypted. Protect you and your family from America's fastest growing crime. Try Aurora for free for 2 weeks and see if you or anyone in your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial today. Go to aurora.com/MSCS. The link is in the description below. Liv and Wally about this shit.
What?
This will blow your mind
So
off.
Ralph, real good guy. He's the owner of Okeechobee Steakhouse. It's been there for 90 years.
Yes.
Whatever it is. He, his family, third generation. You know, they get their cattle from Nebraska or some like small farm. What he was saying was, what we don't realize as Americans is a lot of the meat that we're eating comes from China.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is, sounds crazy, but they're buying our meat here. China's buying our meat. They're getting it shipped to China. Now, either they're cloning some of that to make more cows so they don't have to, do all that type of stuff. Yeah. Plus, they're putting whatever the fuck they're putting in the meat. They're shipping it back to the United States. And what they do here is then they repackage it in the United States. So they send it, I don't know how they send it, but they go, okay, now we got to saran wrap it and wrap it up. So technically they're saying that it's packaged in the United States. So it'll say packaged in the United States.
So it makes you think it's from
But
the
it's coming from there, but they're putting all these chemicals that we don't even know what we're ingesting. So, the only way to get around that is to basically say, where's the farmer down the road, or that.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing to do, but that's like all our food. Chicken, steak, fish.
Mm-hmm. So Okeechobee Steakhouse is good.
Yeah, he goes to.
I know
like,
across
a farm.
the street they have like the meat.
The butcher. He's very careful.
Yeah.
Very careful. Yeah. And then, you know how popular that is, right? He opened Okeechobee Seafood or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Line to the moon.
A restaurant?
Yeah.
Okeechobee.
But he couldn't. But every time he went to get fish, it was from China. And we're in fucking Florida.
That's
with
hard.
all
They
the
bought it all.
They bought it all. They bought it all, and basically, in so many words, they bought it, freeze it, sent it to China, cloned it, put it steroids in it, all kinds of shit, sent it back. And he wouldn't name all of them, but Ruth Chris, you're getting a steak from China. Morton's steak from China.
Outback?
For sure. Outback. Fuck.
Poor
Outback.
Or Outback?
I'll give you a
I
shot
like
at NAD.
Outback.
That'll take it. That'll get rid of it.
Australia.
What about like the fancy places in like Miami, like Nobu or whatever?
Who knows? I mean,
Who knows? Because they got to that big. There's like one or two.
Smithfield is.
They're like the main distributor to like
In America?
Like
There's a lot of cows here.
yeah, but it all goes through one monopoly place. You know what I mean? And they had got to the ones that's fucking. It's just
What is it?
wow.
Tyson Meats or something like that?
Tyson.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
chicken.
You're dead.
Chicken.
Yeah, you're dead.
Tyson is gross.
What they did with chickens was even fucking wilder.
Worse.
They knew what the vaccine did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this time, they knew. So we had a guy in Jovan Pulsar who invented the QR code. And he had gotten frustrated because he invented this thing where if you touch the cell phone case, it detects the first sign of cancer. So if you have one cancer cell
In your body?
yes, just one, it will detect that you have a cancer cell. So you can immediately go to the doctor and just get taken care of because chemo kills more people than fucking cancer.
Yeah.
The FDA would not approve it. And he proved it. He had his clinicals done, whatever. So
Does stop a lot of money.
a lot of money. So he started digging into it more and more and more and more. And they tried to kill him because he went in front of the Senate
Wow.
and everything else. And as he was doing this, and like this is like super smart. He's got more patents than anybody in the world ever.
Crazy smart.
Crazy smart. I mean, like the QR code that you see everywhere is him.
The like the QR code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great at that.
Like
like this?
like this
Yep.
right here, like that.
Like
Yeah,
that?
the barcode.
Yeah, that this
Oh,
scan
wow.
code. Yeah, he made that. So there was one plant in Portland that one chicken got like the flu, and they mandated that the entire state shoots them all with the mRNA vaccine,
Oh my god.
the one that they know what's going on. So now when you eat chicken,
You don't even know what you're getting.
you don't know.
So do you eat chicken?
I mean, here and there, you know what I mean? I mean, here and there.
Is Chipotle part of this?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Everything, unless
Yeah.
you go and have a chicken farm or something.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's just wild. But back to what you guys do. So, if say you wanted somebody to ask you for your number, how would you want a guy to approach you? Because this is like your culture thing.
Yeah.
This is good information.
I guess.
Because let me give you an example of Tony.
Okay.
Okay, my buddy Tony. Okay.
Tony, we're speaking for you.
Yeah, I'm speaking for you. So Tony's this slick fucking talker, right? So he gets a lot of. He just gets girls, and he knows how to do the innocent. Like he'll walk up to anyone on the planet, and hey, how are you? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like your hair. Like you don't even know that he's coming at you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he does it like in a subtle way,
Yeah.
compliments you, and next thing you know, that's the end of it. How would you like a guy to go to get your number? Or
I guess
you?
like respectfully
You need to
compliment me in a nice way that it's not like, oh, exterior, maybe internal. Maybe like, so he's talking to me and he's like, oh, like you're funny or something. I feel like complimenting a girl on something that they don't get a lot of compliments on is probably better. Because like, oh, you're funny, or I like the way you did your hair. A lot of guys don't compliment that. They're just like, you're pretty, or you have a nice smile, or like, I don't know, something stupid. But I feel like complimenting someone in a way where they don't usually get that compliment, like a rare compliment. You know what I mean?
And then walk away, right?
You're
Walk
pretty.
away.
Peace out.
Yeah, what?
Like you're really smart. Nice to meet you. Like
But a girl might not come back up to you and ask for your number because they might be too shy.
So what should a guy do?
He should do that, the compliment, but a rare compliment.
See, the guy, it's
And
really
then-
hard. He won't know what compliment's going to be rare. It's tough.
Learn. That's how you learn the
Learn,
game.
Yeah. You have to read the
Learn.
minds, you know.
It's not about reading minds. It's about asking questions. And
Well,
like right now.
well,
you're learning.
I think like what you're saying is if a guy really cares, he would find and really like was interested, not just to bang
Yeah.
you. He would find something that he actually liked about you, other than like the
Yeah.
fucking way you look, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like anybody.
Or like
I don't know.
if a guy's like, oh, you're the most gorgeous girl I've seen in a long
How
time.
many times have you heard that?
Not that much actually, but like when I do get them, like, damn, that's a nice compliment. Like, you know what I mean? Or you're the prettiest girl here,
Sucker.
or something like that.
You're a
Like you're the
sucker.
prettiest girl here. Say that. Like you're the prettiest girl in this whole club. That's it.
See, I would think that would
For
be the
sure.
cheesiest fucking thing on the planet to say.
What if a girl came up to you and was like, "You're the hottest guy in this whole room"?
I'd be like, well, I'm a guy. I'm a guy.
Tommy's like,
I would be like,
yeah.
okay,
Thanks.
this is gonna be an easy one. You know what I mean? I mean, really.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why girls don't hit on guys unless they're easy.
Yeah, but I'll say, so I got a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old now,
Okay.
and the girls in high school, like when I was in high school, when you were in high school, like you had to go get the girl. Like
Yeah.
that was your job. Like you had to go chase.
Fucking night.
And then you got a couple guys going for the same girl, and it's like, dude,
Yeah.
like all right. Now the guys just sit back, and the girls chase the guy.
Really?
Not
like,
always.
Like I was like,
He's talking
wait,
about like
no,
young
like
kids
high
now.
school, high school.
High school.
In high school, the girls have to chase the guys.
And I'm like, wait a second. And it's
What?
like, you know, I'm like, so ask her to go to the movies. He's like, nah, Dad. I'm like, what do you mean? Ask
He's
ask her to go to the movies. He goes,
He's right.
no. He goes, the girl's gonna ask me to go to the movies. I'm like, what
Really?
the fuck? This
Chivalry is dead.
backward fucking
Are you serious?
shit. Swear to God.
Chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
It's backwards. Girls approach the like. It's like
Wow.
you're like
Because
the-
men want to be
you're like
chased
the,
nowadays.
you're like the peacock sitting there flapping your wings, and you got all these girls around you, and they're the ones that are making the moves.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's social media because guys think they like can just, you know.
I don't.
That's
think
high
it's
school.
that.
I'm not speaking for.
I think a lot of men want to be chased though. Like I've
Yes.
dealt with that too.
Yes.
I'm like, why am I chasing
Let me
you?
tell
Like,
you
that's
why.
weird.
Let me tell you
I'm so
why.
fucking old school, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but like,
Wait, wow. Girls are asking guys to go to a fucking movie?
yeah.
Weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because the guy knows that the girl has so many options, he wants to be that option. If he goes to her, he's gonna know that she didn't pick him. And so now she's like, do I like him? I don't know. What do you think?
Social media.
And now if she is dead on, like, let's go to the movies, I want you.
There's
He
no
doesn't have to think
rejection
about
there that they have to deal with either.
Right.
So,
So-
like, oh, I don't have to get rejected. I'll wait for them to come to me.
Right. So he's doing he's skipping a step. He's skipping the, hey, I want to get your number. I want to talk, yada, yada, all that. He doesn't want to go through that. That's too much.
And he doesn't want to go through that because of the social media.
Correct. Too many options these days.
And there's literally a kid, and my son probably hate me for telling the story, but there's a kid we've known since he was younger. Played sports together. Nice kid, great family. If I were to compare him to like the kids that my kid's friends with, he would be like probably the ugly kid. I hate to say it like that. And of all the kids, and that's not just going through the thing, but he loves TikTok and he does a lot of shit on TikTok. He's more popular than the football players. He is.
Oh, because TikTok.
That's how they're judged now. It's not
It's based off following. Yeah,
re-
my sister says the same thing.
Remember before, like if you were a football player, right? You're the jock. You're the baseball player, the
By the way,
basketball player.
I broke every record in Pennsylvania.
That means shit now. If it's now,
Yeah.
you could be jacked. You could be the leading running back, have offers to Alabama.
You don't got clout.
And then that kid's got TikTok and he's got 1 million followers and he had a video go viral. He is.
Yeah, that's so true. My sister, she's 14. Literally, she talks about how like everybody in school like is like cares about like the following and like if you have this amount of followers, you're like, whoa, like it's weird. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, cool. I wish I could go back to high school now. Yeah, now,
know,
now
right?
I'd be good. I'd be good to go now. I'm
the
just kidding.
social credit score happen in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kidding. Fuck. That's just wild. Now you also have your pull up her regular YouTube. You also have your regular YouTube.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Yeah, I do vlogs and
What exactly is a vlog?
a vlog.
I've heard like 17 different descriptions of a vlog.
So a vlog is basically a blog, but in video form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
a vlog. So it's kind of like I don't know, just like life vlog. You know, like we did New York, and it was kind of just like following me around and stuff.
Play a little bit in New York.
Yeah.
What did you do in New York? Shoot?
Yeah, this one actually was. I was on a Barstool Sports podcast, which is pretty cool.
Barstool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Pat?
She is a New Yorkian. We're about to have a long night.
We're in the subway because we're New Yorkers.
But yeah, we're taking the subway because me and Wally have a drink to pen and we need to be shown the right way.
Yeah, this is a lot.
The intro title.
You could skip it to the Barstool part if you want. Keep going. More. Oh wait, like a little more. Like right here.
Train.
Yeah, that's Barstool.
Oh, I've seen that guy before. What's
Yeah, that's
Stan? No.
Glenny Balls.
Lenny.
Oh, his name
Yeah.
isn't Stan?
No.
The train and then
These usually don't take more than an hour.
See, I kind of do it behind the
That's just the one
scenes.
schedule. You know, I have the schedule.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the.
All right. I'm excited to ask you about this one because I recently was there for one of the few times I've gone. You tweeted Las Vegas is low key overrated.
it is.
Vegas sucks.
Vegas sucks.
Vegas sucks.
I hate
Why do you
Vegas.
hate Vegas? Please fill me in.
Well, I went when it was summer, so it was like literally 120,
Yeah.
120 degrees, and it was hot. It was overpriced. It was crowded, and it just wasn't even really fun.
It's the worst. I was there. I was walking
Is
around
it
the casino
really?
and I said to
Yeah.
the guy I was with, I feel like 80% of the people walking around right now are not going to have fun.
No,
They're going to wake up tomorrow and say, "Wow."
I want to go home.
What? I actually saw you tweet about situationship. What is a
Situationship.
situationship? What's the definition?
I feel like situationships are basically you're together and you're kind of loyal to each other, but you don't have the
Situationship.
label of a boyfriend or girlfriend, so you don't do like the full boyfriend girlfriend stuff yet. It's kind of like, okay, we're together, but we're like getting together.
So today's Valentine's Day. Like they're not sending you flowers. So when you're in a situationship, are you allowed to go help people when you're in a situationship?
Go hook up with people?
Yeah.
No,
So it's a relationship.
it's guys.
Relation.
Situationship.
You just replace relation with situation.
That was good. That's funny.
Yeah. It's a pretty long vlog, but yeah.
No Vegas.
So yeah, so Vegas sucks.
I'm not.
huh?
I mean, honestly, maybe I need to do it again. I don't know.
Probably changed like everything else.
Yeah, when I went, it was like crazy though. It was like people were just there's so many people.
So that would be your most overrated place.
Yeah,
What's yours, Tom?
Vegas.
Overrated?
Most overrated place. I got mine. I know.
I'd have to say New York.
That's
What?
I agree. I hate New York.
Okay.
Hate it.
Okay.
Hate it.
Hate it. Absolutely.
That was. gonna
I'm
be
okay
mine.
with it. I like it because
I
the
was gonna
food.
say
The
that,
food is
yeah.
great.
Yeah, but like, so Tommy's from the same neck of the woods, from like the Philly area, and Philly and New York's always that like battle, sports and everything else. But like, I tell my New York friends the same thing. There's dirty parts to every city. They're big cities.
Yeah.
Bad parts to every city, right? You got that. But for some reason, New York smells fucking awful.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It
Awful.
does. Always.
Garbage.
And it's like hot air. It's
Awful.
like hot from the streets, like hitting
Comes
you.
up and then
Awful.
it's so cold. I used to go there for New Year's, and the first thing, it was easy way in, and it would just fucking stink, and
Yeah.
like people would lose their
Our
jacket.
pizza's
It was
better
just
anyway than
mess.
New York pizza.
I don't like Philly.
Oh, no.
I hate Philly.
Why? Why?
At
I
one
don't know. I
time.
went there
went
and
to-
for not even 24 hours, and it was just like not a good experience.
I think it was the area that we were in. We went to Pat's.
Oh,
Pat's cheesesteak. It's not good.
We thought it
I don't
like
like-
everyone
That's the
from, everyone
tourist
from
trap.
Philly tells me that it's like
That's a
not-
tourist trap.
I know. I'm like, damn. I should have went somewhere else, but
Go to South Street. That's where
Yeah.
you would like South Street.
Angelo's
Right.
cheesesteaks. That's my new one.
Go to South Street. Go to Lorenzo's.
I don't know if I'll be back
You're
in
the
Philly unless I
second
have
Philly
to.
person to say
Because I was
that.
there for like sneaker con.
Well, it changed, but
Yeah, it's
back it used to be South Street was the shit. Older City was the shit. You would like South Street. It's very
Fun.
it's fun. Like the streets is built with like marbles.
Oh,
You know,
How long were you there for?
Like 12 hours.
yeah, we were passing through it.
Damn.
Literally, we didn't go out or anything. It was like during the day.
Yeah.
but it's all fucked up now. They're shooting everybody everywhere now. Even like Center City. It's not like it was when.
Yeah, I think we
when
were
there
in
all
like
the
this
time.
where the convention center was.
Oh
Yeah,
you're
around there.
Yeah, we were there.
Down that way.
Pull up Liv's Instagram. Now, when you do these shoots, do you ever get nervous?
Sometimes if there's people watching. Yeah.
When, really?
Like in LA, I did a shoot with Ethica, and there was like 8
Scroll down
people.
to this.
There was like 8 people, and I was like, "What the heck?" And it was so scary.
Oh, it's usually not a bunch of people.
Not like that many people. Like it depends who I'm working with.
So you get nervous as in how, like you're gonna mess up or just uncomfortable or what?
I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess sometimes it's uncomfortable if like people are watching, and then you feel like you're not like looking good. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't you realize that 183,000 people that are following you probably gonna see it, plus the ones that don't click
Yeah,
follow?
in real life.
Yeah.
That was Hawaii. I did a lot of pictures.
Did you like Hawaii a lot?
Oh my god, best place in the whole world.
Yeah.
Best place.
My grandfather loved.
Literally
loved
best
fucking
place I've ever been in my life.
Hawaii. Yeah, he loved it out there.
Changed my life.
Back then, when you could do shit like this, my grandfather, even at 72, he would go to all the postmasters and he'd give them massages to women.
Yeah.
He had big, strong hands, and he always wanted to go to Hawaii and live there.
On the way,
Oh no, because my friend lived there, and it was just an amazing experience.
on the way over here, I was listening to the radio, and they said that Honolulu and New York City, if you make $250,000 a year, it's like compared to making anywhere else $70,000 because I guess it's so expensive. to live in
wow.
Honolulu.
Honolulu is expensive.
Like New York. Like I was like, wow, I would never guess Honolulu.
Yeah. It is
Pull up
crazy.
Wally's Instagram. Now, Wally, really,
Yeah.
man, you've come so far with your photography. Really,
Thanks,
you
man.
have.
Appreciate
Scroll down
it.
through this.
Appreciate it.
He needs to post more though.
I have so much I haven't posted. Just like you, I'm like social media, yada yada. My portfolio, the Behance link is where I have most of my real stuff.
The other one.
Yeah,
that
we should go to
put up?
Behance. I feel like
Yeah.
there's better stuff there.
What is it called?
Behance. It's the
just,
link in my
tab
description.
2.
Yeah.
Tab 2. You can
Right
click
there.
that.
Or,
Now, when you make one of those crazy ones, how long does it take to put that picture together?
each picture can take me up to an hour.
That's not bad.
1 hour.
Like that one right there, right where his mouse is at. How
That
long
one?
does that take?
That one took me 2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
That's a
Okay,
lot.
when you say 2 days though, you obviously were living your life and everything. But out of those 2 days, how long did it take?
Oh, out of those 2 days, I'm gonna say maybe 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, see, people don't understand how long that takes.
Yeah,
Do you use
'cause
Photoshop?
Photoshop. Everyone
Layer
has
on
some
top
kind
of
of
layer on top of layer on top of layer, right?
exactly. Everyone has some kind of acne, some kind of skin blemish, whatever it is. I'm literally doing every person one at a time,
Yeah.
and it takes a while.
Why are those blocked?
Oh, you have to be signed in because there's nude in it.
Nudity?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What? Who's the nudity?
Like even those eyes, right? To just so people understand how long this shit take. That has to be perfect. Click on that.
Yeah, that's a music video.
That's
one.
all right. It's still you might not do it, but
Yeah.
it's just the time that it takes. And now you made this music video.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, how long does it take you to put that together? That's a lot of fucking layers.
This one took me a while.
That's cool.
To make the editing. The video itself wasn't that long,
That's a
maybe
lot
like
of layers.
a day or two. But then the drawing part took me a while just because I had to do frame by frame writing on the screen.
And what are you using? What software do you use?
I'm using After Effects. I use Premiere to edit and then After
Premiere,
Effects
huh?
to put the effects on there.
Wow,
Is that New York?
I think that's.
Wow, that's good, man.
Thanks,
I'm impressed
appreciate
with
it.
that. Why Premiere?
Well, the reason why I like Premiere, I know what you're gonna say. Maybe I'm not.
I'm trying, but
The reason why I like Premiere is because Premiere is the most versatile NLE I've ever used in my entire life. It does everything an NLE can do, and it does it the way that I think it should go. It's on PC and Mac. It's not just for Mac, just like how Final Cut.
the fact
is
that
on
you
Mac.
can't see the timeline doesn't bother you?
Wait, what do you mean?
You know, for people that don't know, so in Final Cut, you could see, if you put a video on there, you can see the video in the timeline.
Oh yeah.
But in Premiere, you can't. You can only see.
You can enable that. Yeah.
How do you enable that?
You have to. You mean on like the whole strip?
Can you explain? I'm probably saying it wrong.
No, you're saying it right. You're
If I
saying
know
it
what
right.
you're talking about when I lay down the video, I can scroll in Final Cut and see everything as it goes.
Like zoom in.
Versus
Oh, you
green and
mean
blue.
In the
Oh yeah. Okay. So the reason why it's so user friendly for that Mac tool, the Final Cut, is because normal people use it. I'm not a normal person, so I don't need to see that. I know it by looking at I know what the grid is. I can scrub through the timeline and I can see it. I don't want to toot my own horn, but my skill is
No, I
good
totally
enough.
just did.
So good.
Shit.
I don't have to see it.
So there is no way where you can enable that part, right?
No, you can enable it. I just don't enable it because
So you can
I-
enable like that, like Final Cut.
correct.
Wow. I
Yes,
didn't know that.
you can do that, but I just don't enable it because I've gone so many years without using it that I don't need it. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to hire you to do something, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
They would go through my Instagram. Usually, it's through my Instagram.
Go back to his Instagram.
Yeah.
DM, but
They would
don't
just
steal him
message
from
me.
me.
Don't steal from me. Yeah,
They would
you
just
guys.
Don't
you guys-
steal
oh,
him.
man, you guys stuck through it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
then,
would just-
are you signed with anybody, or you're independent? You can do.
Yeah.
And that goes for both of you, by the way.
No, well, for us, yeah, we're not signing anyone.
No, oh yeah, but for me personally, I had a management, but I just left them. So I'm like still like I always have people coming at me, you know what I mean? So like right now I like being independent. It's been like a week. But but I honestly like it, but it is a lot of work. So if I find like the right team, then yeah, of course, but like I've been with so many people that I'm like I can do everything myself the best. It's stressful, but I'd rather get it done the right way.
And do you run are you guys a team with this?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he does like all the technical editing.
But like,
filming.
say you want to sign with somebody.
Yeah.
Does Wally have to okay it? To an extent.
I mean,
Well,
for,
we talk about it.
it depends. If Culture Stigma is not going to get signed, I mean, unless, you know what I mean? Like, if it's me personally, like, I don't really talk to him about it. I mean, I'll ask for his opinion. But if it's like OnlyFans, stuff like that, no.
Yeah. Like
I mean more like doing photo shoots, you know.
Oh,
going out
photo
with it.
shoots and
Yeah,
stuff like
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, that would
Oh, you mean like modeling?
yeah, modeling. Yeah.
Personally, I don't think I would sign with a modeling agency. I don't know.
What were you signed with?
Oh, like managements for like just like social media in general, like a social media personality, you know what I mean?
Oh, who were you signed with?
I've been signed with a lot of agencies, like just there was I don't know if I should say the names, but
you know.
Oh yeah, you don't have to say the names.
just like a bunch of different agencies.
Yeah, okay. And what's the difference between being signed and independent? What's the benefit of being signed, and then what's the benefit?
I mean,
of not
just
being
like
signed?
sign to a record label type thing, you have to get percent. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you feel like you're giving a percent away for like not much. Like it's like, are they even doing like enough? You know what I mean? Like in that sense.
That's the part where I wonder, and you kind of said it, but like kind of what you're doing, and it's frustrating because you got like the manager, and you're paying him, her, or whatever is the company to do it, and it's like, man, I could do this myself.
Yeah,
you
but
want
then
to
it's more stuff on your shoulders because you're doing a million other things.
Right.
Exactly. So
You want to see growth, but the money you're spending is not what you thought the growth was going to result.
yeah,
in.
if it's not if you're gonna make more money, then yeah, the percent is fine to give away. But if they're just helping you with things that you can easily do on your own, then like why? you know.
And if somebody wants to get a hold of you now to do modeling, anything, Instagram is the best way.
Instagram, yeah. Instagram.
And then you have your makeup, your eyelashes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're still going, anything new coming with that other than 10 clicks for a mystery box?
So we're actually, as of right now, we're like revamping everything, in the process of revamping everything. So, because I feel like I kind of grown out of a lot of things, you know, like I feel like I'm a new person, came back from Hawaii, you know.
Refigured you.
Making things more mature, because I started my business when I was 16. So for me, I want to make it more of like a mature thing.
Like line.
Yeah.
And what's your goal in like the next 5 years? Where do you want to see yourself?
To be happy, but I mean, obviously, I want my media company to be #1 media company in the whole wide world. You know, I want to make an impact on the world somehow, some way. If that's with my podcast, like educating people on certain things, making people have good entertainment, but educational, not just like stupid content, like changing lives.
And when are you going to start adding more to your YouTube? You said like you have a lot that you didn't add yet, or you're working on it. Are you going to start doing that like weekly, or how are you going to do that?
Yeah, we're filming like 10 episodes before we drop anything. So we're in the works of that. And then that's also that we're looking for another editor right now, because we have so much content, like so much. Like we're filming every single day. So like we have one editor, and you know what I mean? It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's one guy.
Is that Wally? Would it happen to be Wally?
Yeah, we need
editing everything. Yeah,
we need like a team of like editors to like be able to get all the content, because we have so much. We have content from like months and months ago too. So.
Yeah, it's not even out yet.
You guys travel. I mean, I know you're down here, but are you traveling to different areas to interview people?
Yeah.
Like,
we're on tour. We're on tour with SneakerCon right now. So we do the media for them.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Are you going to any are you going around like downtown West Palm? Where do you go to get these people? Like some of the stuff we saw. Where are you guys going for that?
We go to Del Rey a lot, because there's a lot of like funny people there. We do Miami, Del Rey, honestly anywhere. We go to a lot of events. Like we're going to Exotica, which is like a porn star event, which is funny. We do SneakerCon. We did we're doing Sorry Poppy this Saturday, which is like an all girls event, which is pretty cool.
I can't be there.
Yeah, he can't even go. It's literally all women.
Could be. Could be.
And let's put on a wig.
I mean, transgender, should I identify?
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
You guys should go down to Key West one night.
Key West?
You get some you get some cool shit out of that
Really?
place, boy. Yeah, I went down. Fuck. I had heard what it was, and I went down there, and I went into just a bar to get a beer, and it was a bunch of guys butt naked, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
It's so different in Key West. It's like I see chickens running around. It's crazy.
Yeah, you get
It's
some
different.
interesting shorts there. What's that street called?
Duval Street.
Duval Street. I go
Yeah.
just to get a beer quick. I'm like, what the fuck? Like 90-year-old guys in there.
That's the bull. That's a bull in the whistle. I went in there one time. There's 3 floors to it.
Yeah,
on the first floor. And I was on the first floor. I'm like,
got
what's on the second floor? They're like, you can go up there. I go up to the second floor. Like, some people had their shirts off. I'm like, whatever, not women, just guys. And then like I saw this guy start to come down the steps, and the guy's yelling at him, "Get the hell fuck back up there!" And I'm looking, I'm like, is he naked? And I
He was
look
like
at the guy
butt
next to me,
naked?
butt naked, balls
Butt
hanging out, and everything.
Like,
and I go, what the fuck? I go, what's gonna go?
He said-
I go, the third floor is optional clothing. So the layers go. The first floor you have to be fully clothed. The second floor you can have your shirt off, I believe. I don't know about women. I didn't see anyone with their shirts off. And then the third floor, anything goes. You're butt ass naked. I was like, I'm staying on the second floor because it looked like all old dudes.
the
on the
door
third
was
floor.
open on the third floor, so I just
Were
ran.
there naked girls too?
No, it was all guys, like older guys. Like, and I'm talking.
Tommy's like, fuck.
I was like, oh, like belly's hanging. I mean, it was a
scary.
disaster.
They just want to be naked.
that's a
Why?
disaster.
Why are they naked at a bar?
Lord.
It's weird.
It's just like that thing. Like it's free some shit.
Free balling.
free balling.
Free balling to death.
They're relaxed.
But you would get some crazy answers there. You got to go down and
Like, why'd you choose
Could we
the third
film
level?
yeah.
Bring a camera.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like if you ask these questions to that
Yeah.
in that place,
good ones.
wow, you blast, you blow up.
That's crazy.
And where do you see yourself? You're killing yourself with these videos. You're editing 27,000 hours for her.
In 5 years, the same place, man. I want to create podcast room and have personalities come in and kind of talk about stuff. especially for the mental health aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
I feel like in today's society, obviously, you know, the whole astrazine thing and the mental health situation happening, that is something I want to tackle. I want to tackle all the crazy psychological warfares that are happening, and people are growing up with these traumas, and we address them so that it's addressed for a bigger population of people, and then, you know, they gain value from it.
Yeah.
That'd be good, because it's always, when it is addressed, it's never addressed why with facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, the people I have on, like, we, you know, I try to do it too. We come with the fucking facts.
Yes.
Like, paperwork after paperwork. Because
Paperwork.
then you can't deny it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
From the paper, the studies that they bury,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, by top-notch guys.
Right.
And there's very few that will talk about it because
Yeah.
they don't want to lose grants, they don't want to lose money, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But there are some that are actually real people,
Right.
and they give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's all a matter of just kind of unfolding that whole thing for a crowd to see, and have everyone get value from it, because they might not, people watching may not even know that they have trauma, and then they see someone else talking about their trauma, and oh my God, my whole life was just like his, like
Yeah.
that was me, you know. And then they realize something, they fix something, and then maybe, because I think Andrew Tate is kind of doing that in a department of the world. You know, guys not getting girls, it's happen to be video games and porn and all these other things that make them not happy in their life.
Yeah.
So we're tackling all the other areas that have not been tackled yet. So,
Yeah. We basically want Culture Stigma to be like a World Star, Barstool Sports, No Jumper type thing, where we have a bunch of different podcasts under us. So it's not going to be just like
Curious
our
Society.
podcast. We're going to have like 2 other people with their own podcast, this person with their podcast underneath us.
Yeah,
That's
you'll
why-
be you, and then you have Umbrella.
Yes.
Umbrella,
Correct.
Umbrella,
Yeah.
Umbrella.
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be big. It's going to be really big. So where can they find it?
They can find us Culture Stigma on all platforms. And then you can find me, Liv Margre, on all platforms. And margrecosmetics.com, shop, makeup, and then Wally.
You can find me on Instagram. It's WALLYAIME on Instagram. And then on Twitter, it's WAH_ or my first name, WALY_WAH on Twitter.
Well, I know if I need a video done quick,
Yeah.
he's busy as shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
don't call him. Unless you got big bucks. If you got big bucks, then he'll put aside of it.
We'll have all that in the description. Anything else you want to talk about, bring up, promote, anything? I think that.
Well, we have
big.
a pretty cool video coming out where Olivia goes and becomes a man for a day.
Oh,
shit.
yes.
So she
Oh,
literally.
yes.
Tell us
We're
about
starting
that.
to do, so because we're Culture Stigma, we're starting to do social experiments.
Oh, that's
So our first social experiment is literally I turned into a man for a
You
day.
forgot to mention that for 2.5
I
years.
did.
jeez.
Listen, you know how much things I'm doing? There's a lot of things going on.
lot,
I can't think of anything. Like when you ask me, I'm like, go blank.
That's interesting.
But yeah, so I turned into a guy for a day. Good job
Yeah.
for remembering that. But yeah, it was really cool. I have like a beard and like a full beard. I went to the barber shop. I went to the gym. I went to Walmart. I did a lot of like manly things. So it was really cool to experience that.
Start
And then
getting girls.
it didn't work. It's because I was short.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Being 5'2" as a man doesn't work out.
So now you know. Now you know how it feels.
And I
Don't.
really
you gotta
Don't-
you gotta get
don't
buff. You know?
and I hated doing it because I was getting looked at in a negative way, not in a positive way. I'm like, I miss being pretty and like people looking at me thinking I'm pretty, not looking at me being like, what the is that? You know?
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Though.
But yeah, stay tuned for social experiments. We're doing a lot of really cool social experiments
You know
that are
what?
interesting.
You know one that would be good that I think you guys should try. I always wondered this.
Not to interrupt you. When's that coming out? When are you guys going to put that out?
That might take me a couple of weeks, maybe like 2-3 weeks
Okay.
to finish.
I would say July.
July?
July?
Okay. Good, Ross.
I think that's right. I think you guys should do one. I've always wondered this. Pose as a homeless person.
That's the next one
Wow,
we're doing.
that's actually on our
literally the
agenda.
next one we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like a super hot homeless girl.
Oh, to see if people will give money, right? Is that why? I mean, because I always wonder. You see the homeless people, right? And
Yeah.
I normally actually do give like $1 or whatever I have, and Millie's like, "Why?" But I don't know. Like, I think sometimes I look at them like, I look at their shoes.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's got fucking Jordans on. Is he
Yeah.
really? But he may still be homeless and he
Yeah.
got it somewhere. I think that's just. But a woman as
Yeah.
Like-
So we're gonna be doing a social experiment where, like, our next one is gonna be me, like, looking like me but homeless, right? And I was debating on having a sign that said, like, I'm homeless because of TikTok or something like that, something stupid. But either that and have, like, a bucket, whatever. See if people are gonna actually give me money if I do more well, like, and then obviously we're gonna donate the money, or we're gonna find a homeless man down the street and give it to him or something like that. But he's gonna be like across the street recording it, and I'm gonna have like a little mic on. See, I'm kind of also scared to do this too in a way. But if you're like right there and we have backup,
Yeah. Well, Wally got pretty.
we'll need
packed.
backup. I'll need security across the street.
I got some friends.
Like, right? I'm like, probably, because I don't know. You never know. People might be weird.
Yeah, be careful.
If they think I'm actually homeless, like.
Like, little
some
push
homeless
face
guys could be like, you're in my territory. Get the fuck out
But
of
I'm
here.
debating if I should wear like look homeless or like look not homeless.
Look homeless.
Let's
Like,
do
look
let's do a round
homeless?
2 and look homeless, and then do one that's not homeless, and see which one works.
Like, what if I do one looking homeless and then one looking like normal, like this? And I'm like,
I feel like you might not even get any money.
No, because nobody.
am I not getting money?
If you don't look homeless.
Do the homeless.
Yeah.
Like the full
Think I'll
homeless.
get canceled for that? No.
No.
I don't think you can. I mean, if you tell your fans, be like, "Hey, this is
A social experiment.
Cancel for what?
For like pretending I'm homeless.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
Fuck them. No.
We're giving the money to a homeless guy, so we're making money.
Yeah,
from it.
we're donating.
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna get canceled for that. No.
Yeah.
Watch you make more money doing that than.
like,
Imagine I'm like, I should stand here every day.
there was an undercover investigation I think it was in New York, and this guy would leave work. He had a successful job, and he would pose as a homeless man, and he made like some crazy ridiculous amount of money over a year.
Wow.
I mean, I think they busted him for it.
Well, then how are people homeless if they're making that much money on the street?
Well,
that doesn't make sense.
Well, they go. I know one. I know one, and he would do the thing at the red lights around here,
He made money.
and they go as a team. So it looks like there's one, but there's like 30 of them, right? And they're all doing it at different places.
They're not actually homeless?
No, they're homeless, but they all do it at different places.
Okay.
30 of them. Then they all meet under the bridge somewhere.
Yeah.
And they put together their money, and then they
Buy
go get
drugs.
alcohol and get drugs. But they make fucking more than we make in a day doing that shit.
Because they put it together.
They put it together. They
So it's
stand
like
there all
maybe
day.
a couple thousand?
Yeah, I think 6,000 one time.
In one day?
One day.
They could have all like
Bought a place.
Well, they don't.
a deposit on a house.
Yeah.
They have issues like
Yeah,
they have demons like everybody else.
Yeah.
I think you should do. I think you should do it as homeless, but not like raggedy homeless.
Yeah.
And just to see, because I'd be interested to see, like, if they'll donate more money, people will
To a
give money
pretty-
to a woman, right? And if you're all like messed up, they're say, whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting thing.
If I wasn't messed up, like if I looked normal,
Like if you look normal, but like just whatever you know.
like a baggy shirt,
Correct.
sweatpants, be like homeless.
Like half dolled up.
Correct.
Half, yeah.
Like 50%, right, Rob?
Right.
Yeah.
Not like
you're-
too much.
Yeah, not exactly. Yeah, lipstick and all.
Yeah, no,
just-
normal.
Correct.
Just 50% like you went to the
like
dollar store and got a few things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right?
Went to the dollar store.
Yeah.
And then you have to have Wally go there and see how much they'll give to him.
I'll switch.
Oh,
It'll
that's
be
true.
me.
And see like who gets more.
See,
Yeah.
see.
So that's cool.
That's gonna be good. This podcast is gonna be big. It is.
Yeah.
Just give it time. Give it time. Shit takes forever, but
It
it'll-
does.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, we know.
But well, you got to get to work, man.
Yeah.
Get to work.
Yeah, we're working.
Work.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Don't
Thanks
be
for having
strangers.
us.
Anytime you
having
want
us,
to come,
yeah.
anytime I'm up. We'll find a spot.
Yeah.
And then we'll come on social culture and do some crazy.
Yeah.
We'll have you on.
Oh my God, we got to have him on a social experiment for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You're coming with me. All right. Thank you guys very much. And again, give it everything you want everybody to go to.
Yeah.
Give your websites again.
Just follow us on all platforms.
All right.
Culture Stigma. And then my Instagram is WALLYAIME. And then you go ahead.
Mine is LIVMARGRE.
All right. And we'll have it all in the description at the top. So
Yes.
make sure you check these great people out. All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.